champions. Da, ba, 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 ba. Welcome to the stream, everyone. If you don't know what I'm on about, I am a Chelsea fan and I am so ecstatic right now. Honestly, it's been a crazy couple of hours, let me tell you. But we've got one big game left associated with the championship. It's the League One playoff final, Blackpool Lincoln. And I've got to be honest with you, I'm really happy for either one of these sides to go up to the championship. I'll be very interested to see what sort of coverage I do for both these sides. So I'm going to sit back and just relax and, be completely unbiased and see who wins. Oh, Charlie Brown's already put one of my favourite comments, Jojo Cole. Honestly, when I saw him jumping around, just like, oh my God, just an ounce of nostalgia. But unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. It still is not quite sunk in. I've got to be honest, it really is not sunk in. Because it was late, and unfortunately because we didn't have family around, we couldn't really celebrate it properly, but wow, blimey, it was absolutely incredible. Now, one thing I've just seen here, Lincoln was so far ahead of Blackpool, but Blackpool started to overtake Lincoln after game week 36, so it was crazy the turnaround that Blackpool have had this season under Neil Critchley, but absolutely unbelievable. I'm just looking at the playoff trophy now. It's either going to have orange ribbons and red ribbons. That's going to be absolutely crazy. It is one of your better predictions. You did say, from very early on, that Chelsea were going to win. Right, looks like Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank has joined the punditry. Oliver the Gamer, welcome to the stream. I don't recognise your name. If you are a new viewer, everyone do make sure you do give Oliver the Gamer a warm welcome to the channel. We always make sure we welcome our new viewers to the channel. Okay, so I'm just taking my breath because I literally had to run downstairs and get a drink of water, which is why I delayed the stream just a little bit. Right, now I've been hydrated. I'm just going to double check that the capture's working. It should be working. Come on. League One safer score. Need you to work. What are your predictions, by the way, for this game? I predicted 3-1 to Blackpool. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, I did. Nah, I tell you what, it was actually quite unanimous. People suggested me to raid him. I saw what it was about, heard he was a Chelsea fan. I thought, you know what, awesome. I'll raid him, give him a nod to subscribe as well, and send my 20 viewers to his channel, which, to be honest, I never get over 10 viewers enough. For the fact I got 20 yesterday's stream was a bit unusual. So then I thought, you know what, why not? We'll do a raid. We'll help someone else's stream because I am like that. Right. I think server score's finally working. Right, there we go. Took an age. Let's see if the capture works this night now. Fingers crossed the camera should be all right. No problem at all. Right, there we go. It's working this time. Blimey. Okay, so we've got Blackpool and Lincoln right here. 25 minutes till kickoff. Now, I've already made my prediction. I think it's going to be 3-1 to Blackpool based on the quality and what options they've got in their squad. But one thing to take notice here, look at this head-to-head record though. Lincoln do have the upper hand against Blackpool head-to-head. And look at the managers as well. Michael Abberton picking up one win against Neil Critchley. And that was at Bloomfield Road as well. 3-2 to Lincoln it was. And I think it may have been Lincoln who took the lead. Then I think they were pegged back twice and eventually they won it. Right, the squads are released. Right, let's actually look at the lineups. So, in goal, Chris Maxwell, not surprised. He's been unbelievable. Oliver Turton, Daniel Ballard, James Husband and Luke Garbett. Pretty standard back four. I don't think there's any big shots here. Kenneth Dougal, Kevin Stewart. He's been great. I saw him against Oxford. Demetri Mitchell, Elliot Embleton, Keshi Anderson and Jerry Raitt. No, hang on. Who am I thinking of is missing? Ellis Sims. Is he injured? Sims. Got Gary Medine. Of course, Gary Medine, a player you'll be familiar with. CJ Hamilton, Grant Ward, Marvin Eptica, Jordan Lawrence, Jordan Thorne, Niley, and Stuart Moore. Ellis Sims must be injured then. That's a big blow for Blackpool. Let's look at Lincoln's squad. Alex Palmer. Now, he came in the second leg against Sunderland, and I thought he actually had a little bit of a mare. But you know what? He couldn't do too much about it. got Editayo Edun, Joe Walsh, Timothy Ayoma, who produced a real important goal line clearance against Sunderland. Regan Poole, then Liam Bridcar's captain, no surprise there. Conor McGrandles, when he came on, McGrandles actually, he was absolutely vital. George Grant was also important, although he did miss a penalty, so he'd be hoping he would take the opportunity if he gets one. Morgan Rogers, Tom Hopper, who scored Lincoln's goal in the second leg, and Brennan Johnson, an unbelievable talent, to be honest with you, Brennan Johnson. He really does excite me. Right, we'll go back to here. Is Creeper a mod for you? I don't even know. I to be honest with you, I can't even remember most of the mods I've given. I've basically given majority of people mods of people that have been around my channel for a long time. That's how I determine it. You know, it's nothing deep at all. That is how it is. Right, so we have got 24 minutes to kick off. I guess we can wait for a few people to go in the stream. 2 viewers this time. You know, it's 10% of the viewership I got last time, but I think that's fine. I think, isn't, Matt SB and Benjamin Bloom are doing a stream on this as well, yeah, so it's going to be quite difficult today. But you know what? I'll still continue to do my thing. I don't know how I got the viewers I got yesterday. I honestly do not know how, but I'll take it. I've got the timer ready as well. But any questions on recent football events? I mean, there's been a couple that's been going on that you want to ask me about as well. I'll give you my thoughts about Chelsea winning the Champions League quickly, actually. Now, to tell you I didn't watch the game will be a lie, because I did. I watched a good 20 minutes, and in fact, it was the final 20 minutes, which was probably the worst time for me to watch. But I needed to watch it when I kind of had this confidence. Excuse me, I've got some indigestion for some weird reason. I needed to watch it when I gained this confidence that Chelsea were going to hold on. Oh, did we? I knew he was pushing for 3K, and I don't know how far off he was from 3K, but if we actually got his target up, then that's fantastic. That's good that I've managed to do that. Does he know about it? I mean, because I didn't send him a message or anything. I literally just sent you the link and told you guys to go there. I don't know. I don't even know if he's subscribed to my channel. I don't even know if he knows much about it. Now we have all these typos. But honestly, even if I didn't gain much from that raid, you know, for the fact that I helped someone else as well, you know, I felt like I could do a good due as well. But also for the fact I was in a good mood, you know, I was feeling, at the time I was feeling excited with the Champions League final, but also with the fact that we were seeing a bit of history, and just for how successful that stream went, I just felt, you know what, you know, I'll share my joy with other people. Has he? Well, I don't know, because I think he's put his channels on private, so I actually wouldn't be able to tell anyone. In fact, I can potentially find out. I should be able to find out. I mean, I'm now multitasking here. But, yeah, he does a load of streams, and I can see he's also someone that does work really, really hard. So, you know what? Why not? I'll lend him a helping hand, and, you know, we'll see how it goes. I've got all my channels here. Where is he? It's very weird how they do it. They don't even do it like when you subscribe. They literally put all my channels in a random order. There he is. Yeah. He's got his channel switched off, so I wouldn't actually be able to get a notification, but I would take his word for it. I'll take his word for it, I guess. 10 minutes in. What we can do, actually, we can look at the route of both teams to the final. We'll recap what's been going on. So let's look at Blackpool quickly. In fact, I need to put capture on. Got to remember that. Okay, so Blackpool, as you notice here, look at that, 6-3 on aggregate against Oxford. Let's look at the second leg. That is when things got a bit crazy. It was 3-3. I knew Oxford took the lead, and I think that would have been when Oxford took the lead under Matty Taylor. But then Blackpool had a big turnaround. Was it 2 goals in 2 minutes, I think? Embleton, 2 goals in 2 minutes. Embleton and Kenneth Dougal with 2 goals to make it 2-1. And that was the half-time score. but then we had a lot. Right, we've just been given a stat about Blackpool: 17 playoff wins, which is a record, and apparently the most goals scored in the playoffs as well. 53 playoff goals, 8 playoff finals reached. Now they've not won all of them. To tell you the truth, they've won. So they've won 5 out of 8. Now I've got to tell you, that's a fantastic turnaround. I know the most recent one they didn't win was West Ham, I think. Yeah, they were in the final against West Ham and they lost 2-1, didn't they? So that would have been a big win at the time for West Ham, knowing how good they were at the playoffs. Then to go back to that game, Atkinson equalised 52nd minute, but once again, Joey Yates, 2 minutes later, making it 3-2. They've got such a good response, Blackpool, to when they go behind in a game or whatever. So that's the sort of thing you've got to really praise Neil Critchley with. You know, they are definitely a hard-working team. And to beat Oxford and Carl Robertson like that, what they did really well, they exposed that back line. Elliot Moore and Robin Atkinson getting really pulled back out of position. Jack Stevens couldn't even do too much about some of his chances either. Shadipo made it 3-3 to make things interesting, and then Blackpool just accepted, yeah, you know what, we'll just go through. Look at that average age as well, 25.8 years. Really young squad with a very, well, I wouldn't say a young manager, but definitely young in experience as well, which actually, you could look at a disadvantage, but actually, you know, he's offering fresh ideas, and right now, if you saw like where Blackpool were at the table in the start of the season, the turnaround they've gone under is absolutely unbelievable. For the fact they're actually competing with Lincoln now, the gap between them was big. There was a good 17 places between the two right at the start of the season. And now they can, you know, they're neck and neck right now. Let's now look at Lincoln and how they got to where they were. So obviously they won 3-2 in aggregate. It was a much closer tie, but I think Lincoln did have a tougher opponent. That's the first leg. In fact, actually, I want to look at their 2-1 defeat to Sunderland because that was their recent leg. I did a watch-along for that defeat as well. Do check it out if you haven't seen it. So as you notice here, Sunderland were 2-0 up at half-time. And what was dangerous is that they levelled the tie. And Lincoln, what they do well, they start the second half very well. 66% of their goals this season, Lincoln, have come from the second half. So Blackpool, what they need to do, in my opinion, they need to start strong, Blackpool. And actually, Blackpool do tend to start very strong in games. So what we could very well see is a game of two halves. We're going to have Blackpool absolutely dominating the first half, maybe getting a couple of goals, but Lincoln could go on an onslaught in that second half. And what if Lincoln can stay organised in that first half, Lincoln can easily win this. There's no denying this. I know I'm predicting Blackpool to win quite comfortably, but I know how good Lincoln are. So, this was the squad they had. Pretty similar squad to what they had. They've still got Johnson, Grant, Bridcut. They've not got Scully in the squad. Rogers keeps his place. Ioma keeps his place. Monster actually is dropped. I think he made a mistake, I'm not sure if he made a mistake. He may have gone out of position for one position. Adrian keeps his place. So, not many changes. I know Joe Walsh is in. And McGrandles is in as well, who I think when he came on was one of Lincoln's best players. Once again, look at that even younger age than Blackpool, 23.9 years. Oh, God, but just looking at that Sunderland age squad, for the fact that they couldn't go through, it just really depresses me, really. Well, it shouldn't really. I don't really have a soft spot for Sunderland at all, but they are a fallen giant, or English giant, I'll say at least. So, thanks for all of you tuning in, by the way. I see a lot more viewers turning up now. Two key players today were Yates and Johnson. Yeah, Jerry Yates is going to be so important for that game. And Brennan Johnson for Lincoln is going to be key as well. I know, it was absolutely unbelievable. I honestly didn't expect it. Elliot, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what you can do. You are free to do what you like. But if you want to still keep your support for this channel, because I will cover Premier League stuff from time to time again, make sure you stick around. That's all I'd say. Because to be honest with you, I mean, you should be happy that Brentford are promoted, really. You know, they're playing in the Premier League for the first time in 77 years. First time ever in the Premier League. I mean, I beg your pardon. First time in the First Division in 77 years. And honestly, you should relish every opportunity. There could be a chance that Brentford could stay for a couple of seasons in the top level, which would be absolutely unbelievable. And I'm honestly, if you saw my stream yesterday, you would have known how happy I was for Brentford's success. I'd have been really, really happy for them. Thank you so much, Eddie. I truly appreciate that. Ben Mills is just saying tower power. I'm assuming he's probably talking about the strikers, probably. He wants to cry, I think probably in a good way. It was an unbelievable performance. It really was. That first 20 minutes from Brentford was them at their best. And everything just went their way. I know Swansea, you could argue, were a bit unlucky. But at the same time, Swansea didn't have a shot on target. And apart from Andre Ayew going close and maybe Jamal Lowe should have probably he should have done a big opportunity better. He should have hit the target. You know, when Pulisic missed for Man City, that's basically what Jamal Lowe did as well when he couldn't quite hit it at the far post. So Swansea had two big chances, but at the same time, Brentford could have scored many goals. Yeah. I mean, at the same time, I could cover Prem stuff as well. I could do, what I'm doing on my channel now is not necessarily going to stay the same. If I'm hearing a load of suggestions and they want certain things to be covered, I definitely will cover it. One thing that I will guarantee with this channel is that I listen to what people would like me to do. And one thing I will need your help with, guys, is actually what sort of content you want to see in the Euros. Obviously, outside of a championship, but we could potentially squeeze a lot of content in. I will make my Euro predictions probably next week. I probably won't do it within this week. I need to see a couple of international games. Italy looking very good actually. But the main country is doing particularly well as well. But I definitely need to see some friendlies. I need to know the England squad as well. And then I'll be ready to do my predictions. I mean, I'm already looking at the groups, and sometimes you feel like you know what the two teams go through should be, but at the same time, you feel one could, if one team gets a good result, they actually can just overtake the other one. I'll look at North Macedonia's group being one example. I think, is it Ukraine and I can't remember the other two, but I know they are in a group together, so yeah. Brentford Football Fairy Tales. I tell you what, I was thinking of teams I was going to do for Football Fairy Tales, and I am really tempted to do the two teams that got promoted from playoffs. I know it's technically free, but the two teams promoted by the two biggest playoffs, Blackpool and Brentford, because both have got really interesting stories, especially Blackpool's story, I think will actually be really, really good. And if people want me to do Football Fairy Tales, I mean, I'm probably not going to call it, because I won't lie, if I say it over again, it's a really cringy name, because I need to think of a new name for that series. But following what I've learned in the editing world as well, I can definitely make it seem a lot more cinematic, I guess, as well. So it's one thing that is on my mind, but definitely when I find the time to do it, it will definitely be the case. I'm just looking at Conor McGrandles here. Apparently he's made the most tackles for Lincoln. And that was exactly what Lincoln need. They needed to hog the ball off Sunderland a little bit because they were losing control of the game. And McGrandles just simply broke the play and slotted a killer pass. So he was the one that got Lincoln a bit of control and actually stopped Sunderland from winning it. Thank you to the few of you who have turned up at the moment. 5 likes at the moment. So starting off a little bit on the slow side, but that's absolutely fine. We've still got 90 minutes of football to play, and that's at the minimum. This game could go to extra time. This could be one for better games. Right, we've just seen the highlight reel of Brendan Johnson, and what an unbelievable player. Wow. Just right place, right time, the composure. This was against Blackpool, actually. And that's exactly what Brendan Johnson needs to do. He needs to use his pace and actually to cut inside the back line. James Husband. Now, I remember James Husband playing at, I think he was a championship player, but I can't remember who he's played for. I need to look into it. I know he's not the youngest of players anymore. In fact, I can quickly do a Google search for that. 1994. Oh, okay, so he's not too old actually. 27, so pretty experienced. Yeah, I thought he was a left back. Who has he played for? He's played for Norwich. Oh, I don't remember him at Norwich. Oh, hang on. Why my parents are calling me for some weird reason? Hang on, 2 seconds. Yes. Bloody parents telling me if I've eaten food. I tell you what, if you've seen the size of me, of course I've eaten food. He may have been at Birmingham. He would have been in one of those clubs. No, he was at Middlesbrough and actually Huddersfield. Huddersfield and Middlesbrough and Fulham. And he started his career in Doncaster. And yeah, Norwich as well. Yeah. No, he wasn't. He wasn't at Birmingham. Yeah, Birmingham is one you've invented. I tell you what, that could be a signing that Birmingham could go for, though. They could definitely do with a couple of defensive reinforcements. Oh my God, and Blackpool got him on a free transfer as well. What a bargain from Blackpool, actually. With the role he's played for Blackpool, that is an absolute bargain. It really, really is. So, guys, what are your predictions for this game? I'm still thinking Blackpool, despite Ellis Sims not being in the squad. I still think they will have just about enough. Lincoln look like they've got their strongest squad. I know they've not got Scully on the pitch, which I think is a bit of a blow. I need to double check. Is he on the bench? I don't actually know. I can't quite remember. Oh, I need to get out of that. Come on, where is it? There it is. Lineups. Yeah, Scully's on the bench. Don't know if he picked up something or if yeah, this is weird because Brennan Johnson's been on the wing, and for what I know against Sunderland, he was more of an attacking midfielder, which was bizarre. Okay, so the last meeting between the two, it was 2-2 between Lincoln and Blackpool. Now, Blackpool got a 2-goal lead, 2-0 up in the first half, but Lincoln got two goals to equalise in the second half. And did I not say that I think this game could actually be like that? Blackpool start games really well, but Lincoln end games very, very well. It's going to be a game of two halves. I can almost guarantee it. That's what we're going to see. It's going to be down who's going to be more clinical in front of goal, obviously. Blackpool've got the quality, but I can definitely see Lincoln picking this up now. I really can. You know, I was very confident with Blackpool this up, but now seeing that Ellis Sims isn't on the squad, I'm now thinking it's a lot closer than I've put it now. Charlie Brown thinks it's going to be 1-1 after full time, 2-2 after extra time with a Medine goal. That's a big goal for him. I tell you what, Gary Medine is used to getting teams promoted. He got Bolton promoted. I'm pretty sure he got other teams promoted as well. Sheffield United, he got promoted. There'd have been a couple of other teams he would have got promoted with. Morris was so close. He was in the 96th minute as well. But I'm not even going to try and lose sleep over that because honestly, I'm still so ecstatic that my team has done that. So 2 Champions Leagues in 9 years is crazy. I would have never thought that when I first started supporting the club. But the fact to even win the best trophy in all of European football twice within 10 years is unbelievable. And Charlie Brown's also thinking Lincoln to win on penalties. That's a crazy prediction, but I tell you what, it can happen. We've not, with the first playoff final, to be fair, whilst it was a great game, it was, in my opinion, not one-sided, but I think it was, a foregone conclusion within one half. I hope we see a very close encounter throughout the game, and that, I think, would definitely be a fantastic watch. And the teams are leading their way out now, and the Blackpool fans have travelled very, very well to Wembley. They have been through a lot, this Blackpool crowd. They would have seen their team go through back-to-back relegations. Definitely some tensions going on with their previous ownership. If you remember it, they would have stormed the pitch in their final ever championship game. In fact, their last championship game, to reiterate, was when the Blackpool fans actually protested on the pitch and it got so bad, the game was abandoned as a 0-0 draw. So Huddersfield, you could argue, was robbed of 3 points maybe, but the game was abandoned and it was so bad. So we were thinking, Blackpool could have been a Portsmouth, and to be honest, for the fact they dropped down to League Two within the next season, they could have been, but they got promoted back to League One the first time of asking. I can't remember who was the manager, but then the manager got sacked, and then Simon Grayson came in, did all right, and then obviously now Neil Critchley's come in, and he's done wonders. He really, really has. Stuart Dallas is Northern Ireland's new captain. Is he really? I need to double check that. Mr. Gibbons is predicted Lincoln 70, Blackpool 0. That'll be a crazy scoreline, but I tell you what, it would be great to see Lincoln in the Championship. It would be interesting to cover Lincoln for a whole entire season. And Mr. Gibbons, if you are new to the stream, everyone do make sure you do give Mr. Gibbons a welcome. Oh, I tell you what, is that someone trying to... Oh my gosh. I don't know if I almost... Is this like a name that you're trying to get me to say something or trying to bait me or whatever? I don't know if that was intended, but I almost said something quite sus there. G-Boons, I think that's how I'll say it. But if you are new to the stream, everyone do make sure you do give him a welcome there. Right, God Save the Queen has now been sung, and now we are ready. So the squads, to reiterate, in fact, I'll reiterate showing you on the capture. So, oh my... image is in the way though. Hang on, let me move that here. There we go. So, Chris Maxwell, we got Garber, Husband, Ballard, and Turton as a back four. Stewart, Dougal, Keshi Anderson, Elliot Embleton, Mitchell, and Jerry Yates. And then for Lincoln, we've got Alex Palmer, Ed Doon, Joe Walsh, Ioma, and Regan Poole. So, one change in that back line. Joe Walsh comes in. George Grant, McGrandles, and Bridcut. McGrandles does come into that midfield. Brennan Johnson, Tom Hopper, and Morgan Rogers, who did play in that second leg against Sunderland, do keep their place. This is going to be really, really exciting. I am actually really excited for this game. I'm more excited for the fact that I don't support either one of them. So I just want to see a fantastic game of football. I won't lie. I really want to see a good game. No, I'm not promoting betting. I just scrolled down. There's no way. You know what? I think most of you are too young to even go onto betting sites anyway. I know I'm technically allowed to go to betting sites, but never would I actually risk losing money to try and gain more. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm broke enough as it is, so why would I even try and promote it, really? The only time I would probably promote betting is if I've got a sponsor from a betting site, maybe. That's probably the only time I would. Right, another big stat as well. Chris Maxwell has actually kept the most clean sheets in all Europe's competitions, joint most with Edison and Edouard Mendy, who both played a big role last night. Thank you guys for turning up to this stream at the moment. 9 of you here. Thank you for turning up. Thank you for liking the stream as well. We're on 7 likes right now. If anyone is new around here, please do not be afraid to hit that subscribe button. That does tremendously help. And even for people who have subscribed, do make sure you do double check if you subscribed as well. Because sometimes I don't know why YouTube unsubscribes you. It's done it to me before on other channels I'm subscribed to. So maybe it is worth checking. That's all I'm saying. But thank you guys for this support so far. And I'm hoping we're going to get an unbelievable game. 11 of you watching now. Thank you guys. Right, so we've got Blackpool in orange and Lincoln in black. Now, that's disappointing because now technically my thumbnail's a little bit wrong. My thumbnail is now wrong. Bomb123 says we're going to hammer Blackpool. It looks like we've got a couple of Lincoln supporters in the stream, which is really interesting. And I'm glad to see a load of different fans. I mean, even if you don't support Lincoln, you know, I think it's definitely teams, people supporting teams that are, you know, against Blackpool. To be honest, I don't really have a favourite, really, between the two. I respect both of them in the same way. Blackpool have gone through a really tough journey to get to where they were. Lincoln, of course, are reaching new heights, and they really could reach new heights if they get promoted today. That would be unbelievable if they can, by the way. Yeah, don't worry, Charlie, I got that. I got the memo there. So, with the head-to-head between the two sides, Lincoln have edged Blackpool, so they could psychologically get an advantage there. But Blackpool are the playoff masters. 5 playoff final wins they've had, the most out of any team in English football. And they've actually been in 8 separate finals. So that is 5 wins in 8. 5 wins in 8, which is absolutely unbelievable. And I tell you what, here come Lincoln. Whoa! Already, we've got a goal. Turton with an own goal. Lincoln have taken a very early lead. Blimey, I didn't even get a chance to explain what was going on. But Lincoln, 42 seconds, have just taken the lead. I tell you what, it was definitely, I think Brennan Johnson's going to get a load of credit there. He set off that attack and Blackpool couldn't clear it. It's a really bad start for Blackpool. Right, let's see what goes on here. It is Brennan Johnson who stays on side. He gets the better of Maxwell there. Oh, brilliant play. Hopper couldn't quite get there, but it's very, very unfortunate. It's a very unfortunate own goal. Oh my gosh. It's a good cross as well. Hoppers was unlucky to miss it, to be fair. But, oh no, that's such a shame by Turton. He knew straight away that that was going in the net. That could have really happened to anyone. Oliver Turton, own goal. And that means Lincoln have now taken the lead. And I've forgotten to put the timer on this stream. Brilliant. Okay. Well, let's quickly do that. ADT's annoyed with Chelsea. Oh, don't worry. Well, I say don't worry. You know, I'm sure you can accept Chelsea being the team in London at the moment. You'll get your chance, Arsenal fans, it's eventually when you get your act together. Right. I got to time this right, actually. I got to make sure I do the timer right. It is an Oliver Turton own goal, Charlie Brown. Very unfortunate. It really could have happened to anyone. And now, not much he can really do there. But you've got to give huge credit for Brennan Johnson. He's the one who set up that attack. And right now, Lincoln have got a very early advantage to get into the championship. They really, really do. Although, Blackpool have been in this position in playoff finals, though, where they've been behind and they've turned it around. You remember Cardiff, 2010? 2-0 down they were, and in fact, no, they weren't, no. Not technically true, they were 1-0 down, it was 1-1, but they were 2-1 down going to half-time, and then they turned it around to make it 3-2. Now, good stat for playoff final. When you score first, your win rate percentage is 83%, which is a huge advantage already for Lincoln. Now, if Lincoln can manage this game well, they will have a chance. Cody FN, welcome to the stream. If I'm right in saying, I think you were actually at my stream yesterday, which if so, thank you for turning up again. We've got a mad start. Lincoln taking a very early goal. Brennan Johnson doing most of the work, putting a dangerous cross ball into the box. And it's a very unfortunate own goal by Oliver Turton. Really could have been anyone in that position. Well, this game could be full of fireworks. I did say there'd be goals in this game, and we've definitely got one, but not necessarily to the team I expected it to, because I've associated Blackpool to be the team strong in the first half, but Lincoln, who tend to be very good in the second half, 66% of their goals come in the second half, they've taken a very early goal, which could be big. But Lincoln have had a better record against Blackpool, which could be quite important. That could be quite important for their head-to-head and psychology. Wasn't Lincoln promoted to the Football League like 5 to 6 years ago? They've been in the National League for years, for a while. They were promoted to League 2 in, if I remember right, it was 2017, I think they were promoted to the Football League. And then, of course, they were promoted to League 1 in 2019. And then, obviously, within another 2 years, they could go to the Championship, which is absolutely unbelievable. Thank you so much, Cody FN. I truly appreciate you liking the stream. We're not attracting as many viewers this time, but that's absolutely fine. I'm still feeling the support around here. And I tell you what, probably need a little bit of a break, really. I'm like, my voice is still in tatters for the amount of screaming I did last night with Chelsea winning the Champions League. Absolutely unbelievable. I didn't think I was going to experience a moment like I did back in 2012, but They just tend to prove me wrong. And I tell you what, Lincoln are having so much joy in that right-hand side. Here they go again. This time it is well defended, I think, by Maxwell. Not Maxwell. It's by James Husband. Lincoln having so much joy in that right-hand side. That is what Blackpool are really struggling with right now. Brennan Johnson running the show right now. But it is good defending by James Husband. But Lincoln do have a corner. Yeah. They had an FA Cup run, but they were still in the National League. And that was in the 16-17 season when Chelsea won the league. And that is why I'm saying Lincoln have had an incredible story. Oh, here come Lincoln again. God, I tell you what, Blackpool are in panic stations right now. They are really, really struggling. How many were in the stream for the CL? I didn't actually do a Champions League stream. I really didn't. I had to watch it by myself. There would have been no way I could have done a stream. I couldn't watch a single minute until the 90th minute. I really couldn't. If I did do a stream on the Champions League, I literally would have been quiet. I literally couldn't really, I would have been just like a statue because I would have been so nervy about the whole thing. Harrison, welcome to the stream. Controversial opinion of the day saying Man City were robbed. I wouldn't go that far. If Man City were so much better and had much better chances, I say they will. Chelsea, to be fair to them, actually had more shots than City. They had more shots on target as well. We could have scored even more goals and our chances were more clear-cut than City's. BENHD barely needed to make a save. I think one thing that Chelsea just did, it's... And this is something that I think a lot of people, have opinions on. Who is the better team? The team that has most of the ball? Because if that's the case, then yes, City were the better team. But you can have a lot of the ball, but if you don't create close opportunities, like that Mahrez chance, that was close. That was very close. Honestly, I thought that went in. But apart from that, apart from like a couple of good blocks from my Chelsea, City didn't have anything going forward. So that's the thing. And defensively, Chelsea exposed them with the pace. Here come Lincoln again on that right-hand side. Now that's going to be a yellow card, I think. They brought down Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson, the best player on that pitch so far. He's been absolutely immense. He's been absolutely immense. Yeah, it's a pretty late challenge, but Brennan Johnson, what an unbelievable player. I tell you what, it's Luke Garbett who's going to get booked. Brennan Johnson is really been scintillating. That's literally the only thing I can say. He's quick. He's got power as well. Werner has that chance where we need to pull it back. Yeah, I know. Werner had two big chances. That second one he should have done better with. Harrison's asking me to name every League One manager. I'm not... Ooh. I tell you what, Lincoln did have a chance there, but it may have been McGrandles with the chance, but he headed it over. Yeah, he's not a natural striker, McGrandles. I think he was the one who... No, it wasn't McGrandles. I think it may have been Walsh, actually. Either way, he's not a natural striker, so I didn't expect him to score. And I tell you what, here come Blackpool now. Here come Blackpool. Jerry Yates. Just outside the penalty box. Oh, but well defended by Lincoln. Well defended by Lincoln. But here they come again, Blackpool. This is what Blackpool need to do. They need to catch Lincoln on the break. But Lincoln looking very organised defensively. Dangerous cross goes in, but it's very well defended by Ioma. Cody FN, I love how you try to donate, but unfortunately, I actually do not have the credentials to donate at the moment. I've not got 1,000 subscribers. If I did, anyone can donate at their own wish, but unfortunately, I can't. Because I ain't big enough. Well, I'm big enough in size, but my channel ain't big enough. That's what I meant to say. Right. Now, all of a sudden, Blackpool are now trying to keep the ball. Blackpool know that with the many times that Lincoln have got into their box, they need to do something different now. They definitely need to be, I think, a bit more patient. I think now that Lincoln have got that early goal, Lincoln will sit back. And that's what Blackpool need to do. They need to not panic. They've still got 80 minutes. They need to break them down. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Charlie Brown, that's right. Until I get 1,000 subs, I can't, you can't donate, unfortunately. So, well, either way, I'm not even like telling you guys to donate. The only times I would encourage you guys to donate is if I was raising money for charity, you know. Oh, what a ball! But oh my gosh. Oh, I tell you what. Really, really close. Really, really close. Not bad. This is what Blackpool need to do. They need to change their play. They need to not only... what is it? They don't only need to do build-up play, but they need to be a bit more direct as well. They need to switch it up a bit. And I think that if they do that, they can catch Lincoln out. I really, really do appreciate that, Cody FN. You have 1K. Oh, fair play to you. Fair play. Sorry for that. I need to stretch there. I didn't have an ounce of sleep last night. Right. I'm just seeing the goal again. It's a brilliant cross. Could Maxwell have got it? Oh, man. I think it's poor goalkeeping. I've got to be honest with you. I think if Maxwell was a bit more demanding, it wasn't the best of crosses either. I think Maxwell should have collected it or at least parried it away. I now have just seen the replay. I think Maxwell should have done better there. No, that's absolutely fine. Do you think Blackpool will bottle the playoff finals? Well, at the moment, they are at the moment. But I wouldn't say it's game over. You know, if it stayed like this in the 80th minute, I would be thinking Lincoln could hold on to this. But I've seen them against Sunderland, and I tell you what, they were awful in the first half against Sunderland's second leg, but they did turn it around in the second half. And that was what I was kind of expecting with this game. But actually, to be fair to Lincoln, they have looked a lot more fresh than Blackpool have. That's absolutely no problem, Cody. You know, if you want to watch the game, that's absolutely fine. I will still be here watching the game. Oh, and by the way, I don't actually have a PayPal, so I couldn't even go from that. Right, I've just seen Lincoln's playoff record: 7 appearances, 3 finals, 0 promotions. So the fact that Lincoln are winning is completely against the script right now. That's going to be really, really, that's really, really dramatic, actually. Okay. Lincoln defend this free kick well. Oh, it's gone back, though. Blackpool now. Oh, it's blocked well, and I think it's a Blackpool corner. Hopper doing some defensive work here. Thank you to the 8 of you watching the stream. It's a great start for Lincoln City. But now Blackpool have got a corner. Blackpool have looked a little bit better since going behind, but they've not really, really tested them yet. Blackpool have scored the 3rd most goals from corners this season. 12 goals they've scored from corners. So, could be encouraging that Blackpool have got a really good chance to score here. Is Gardbart taking the corner? Oh, well defended. Lincoln are defending very, very well. They're defending as well as they did actually against Sunderland in the first leg. They needed to defend really well. And poor from Blackpool there. I don't know who he was trying to find. Yeah, James. Yeah, that was a James' husband trying to find someone, but no one found anyone. The team's all over the place at the moment. Blackpool need to regain their shape and just remember what they've been doing all season, which has been this high attacking but great build-up play sort of style of football. But Lincoln have completely broken it up. But maybe having the lack of quality of Ellis Sims could be a big blow to them. I didn't know he was injured. Was he injured against Oxford? Because I'm pretty sure he scored against Oxford, didn't he? I must have... Who do you think will be relegated in the Prem next season? You think Brentford, Norwich and Burnley? That's a good question. I mean, right now, I'm thinking Norwich probably, yeah, because I think just traditionally, I think Norwich will go down again. Oh, hang on. Blackpool doing well. Oh, okay, that's going to be their first shot on target. Okay, a bit unlucky there, actually. It was good play by Dimitri Mitchell there, but the shot was actually well blocked. It actually got the power to drain down, and it was an easy save by Palmer. Who do I think will go down? Norwich, maybe Brentford. I think Brentford will go down in 18th, and I think who'll go down 19th or 20th? Either Burnley or Brighton, maybe. If Deitch leads, then Burnley, for sure. Here come Blackpool again. And I tell you what, I think Blackpool's best player has been Mitchell. He's been the only one who's looked really, really lively going forward. So yeah, Mitchell for me has been Blackpool's best player so far. Jerry Yates has barely touched the ball. Maxwell, I think, was also had a part to play in that own goal as well, which, yeah, I definitely feel, he should have done better there. England play Romania next weekend. Oh, do they? That could be something I could do for a watch-along. I could start doing Euro watch-alongs, which would be a good idea. Oh, there we go. In the box. Oh, that touch is poor. Corner? Right, I think it is a Blackpool corner again. Now Blackpool being a bit more direct, and they're actually getting a lot more success with being direct at the moment. This is interesting. Rian Ward, welcome to the stream. I can't really understand your comment, but welcome to the stream. Garbett, all headed away. Oh, is it cleared? I think it's cleared. Whoa, okay, that's a free kick to Blackpool for sure. Tom Wentry, welcome to the stream as well. I'll tell you what, are we getting a load of new viewers? Because if we are getting a load of new viewers, this is a message to my older viewers. Do make sure you do give our new viewers a warm welcome to the stream. I don't know, Charlie. I mean, you know Ruben better than me. I don't, honestly, to you. But whether it's you trying to bait me, I'm not falling for it. Oh, God, Blackpool are just losing that quality in the free kicks in the crucial positions. But Lincoln, you've got to praise. They're defending very, very well. They're being in the right positions, and they're being well drilled. I think it's a Blackpool throw, actually. Tom Rontry's asking if I'm having a pot noodle soon. I mean, honestly, I know I'm a university student, but I've not had a pot noodle in ages, really, to be honest with you. In fact, if I were to actually tell you what I was having for dinner, I would be having a barbecue. Didn't plan this, but it'd actually be it's actually my celebration for Chelsea to win the Champions League. I mean, that's how I'm treating it. But it's the first time I've seen family in ages as well due to COVID. Oh, long ball going in. Jerry Yates has collected it. Oh, is that handball? Yeah, it's given handball. God, that's harsh. Very harsh. It's a nice place. I'll definitely look it up. Maybe it was something. Was it something I did on GeoGuessr? I don't even know at this point. It's been quite an age since I've done GeoGuessr, and actually that is something I need to do again. Oh no, are you talking about that place in Lincoln? Because I've literally just put it up on Google, and apparently it's in Lincoln. I mean, if that's the case, then the fact I didn't know that is just for the fact I just don't know Lincoln enough. But no, I'm not having a pot noodle on the barbecue. No. I mean, I got my days in geography. Yeah. Apparently, Mr. G Burns. What's going on with that, Tom Wontree? Harrison has asked if I've been to Watford. I have been to Watford once to see Harry Potter Studios, but it was a long time ago. I would even go as far to say 8 years ago, I think. I think it was 8 years ago last time I've been to Watford. Well, to be honest, I probably would have driven past Watford, but last time I've actually been to Watford physically, 8 years ago. So, yeah, been a long time. I mean, to be honest with you, one of my university mates is in Lincoln right now, so he'd probably be rooting for Lincoln to win this. So, have you been down Bradford end? I'm assuming you're talking about Bradford. I mean, if that's the case, that's Yorkshire, and I've not even been anywhere near the north. I've been the most northern I've been to is Scotland, which has been over a weekend, but I've never stayed anywhere northern at all. Yeah, funny, Charlie. I won't reiterate it, but I'll allow you to use the meme in this stream. Here's a free kick, straight at Palmer. I think it was Garbett with the free kick, but it was a straight at Palmer. 20 minutes gone. And I'm already seeing Blackpool potentially being a little bit frustrated. Do you think Watford will stay up? They've got the ability to stay up if they keep Sarr. And, yeah, I think keeping Sarr is essential. If they keep him, then I think they've got every chance. Ryan Ward's and I said it's posh, and I should go there sometimes. I mean, I'm not a posh guy in general, but I genuinely want to say this. You know, I know I've not been to too many places. I mean, a lot of the times because I can't really afford it. But definitely, if I were to have a gap year or if I was to do work elsewhere, that would be my opportunity to travel and just go to places. I know Scotland's more northern than Yorkshire, but I've only been there over a weekend. You know, I think I've been to Edinburgh Cathedral, which has been the only somewhat interesting part of it. But the rest of the places I've just driven past. I've not stayed over in Yorkshire or in Lancashire. I've not stayed in any of those places. You know, you could call me uncultured in my geography. You know, I am an Essex lad through and through. You know, I've been around Essex for 20 years of my life. So I do definitely want to embrace the northern culture. I definitely do. My prediction for League 2 playoff final is Morecambe 0, Newport 2. Interesting. Quite a few people predicting Newport to win because I think for the experience, because Newport, of course, made it through the final 2018-19. And I think they lost to Tranmere in extra time. I can't remember who scored. I tell you what, I just saw the stats here. Last 5 minutes, 88% possession for Blackpool. Tom Runchos has asked if I've been to Swindon. Answer is no, I've not been to Swindon. Honestly, I could honestly count on the fingers in one hand for different places I've been to outside of Essex. In fact, I need to remind myself, hang on, I'm going to go on to capture mode now so you guys can see what's been going on. So, where's my camera, by the way? Right, it's right there. So, obviously right now with that own goal, that's the only thing that's happened. Now, you can see right here with the momentum. Lincoln had a very strong start, got a goal out of it. But look at this from Blackpool. And important enough, they've not found a goal yet. They need to find a goal. I definitely think for Blackpool's sake, they need to find a goal before half-time. If Lincoln are winning going to half-time, then I would almost say it's game over. I really, really would say that. Let's look possession. 59% for Blackpool. In fact, you can't see it because my camera's in the way. 59% for Blackpool, 41% for Lincoln. 2 shots and 2 shots on target. To be honest, yeah, they were shots on target, but they weren't anything like too clear cut. Of course, they had 1 shot off target, and God, I'm really going to count their 1 shot on target being their own goal, because if that's the case, that's quite cheeky of them. 2 corner kicks to 1. Lincoln have had more fouls. 1 yellow for Blackpool. That was Garbutt there. Big chance miss. Lincoln have had 1 big chance miss. When did they have 1 big chance miss? Did I completely miss it? Maybe it was right in the beginning with Brennan Johnson. I don't know. And 2 saves. Palmer's made 2 saves, but there weren't anything too challenging. So that is what we've gathered from the first half. Oh! I almost missed a wonder goal. Wow. Blackpool is a great summer destination. I agree. Full of beaches and good stuff. It's by the seaside. Oh my God. What a goal that would have been. It's George Grant. But he misses the target. It's high and wide. That was very, very close. I don't even know if it hit the crossbar. I thought it hit the stand next to the goal. I could be wrong though, because I didn't really have. No, he did hit the woodwork. Look, I'm completely wrong. You're absolutely right, Charlie Brown. He did hit the woodwork there. Blimey, Lincoln going close right now. Will Mickey Mellon return to Tranmere? It's difficult to know really. I'm not too sure. I know Tranmere are in a bit of disarray right now. There was a lot of tension going around. And I think, was it... I tell you what, I think it was Keith Hill who was in charge, wasn't it? And unfortunately for them, they sacked him just before the playoffs, which was really bizarre. Right, cross comes in for Blackpool. Header by Mitchell just over the goal. I've said it. Mitchell as being Blackpool's best player. He's been the one creating the chances. They really, really have. It's a great cross as well, actually, by... What's his name again? It's Embleton with a cross, sorry. And it's a header won by Mitchell, but it's just over the bar. Blackpool starting to ask a few questions right now, but they're still not really offering too many things clear-cut, which is a bit disappointing for Blackpool's perspective. Following from, how much I know that they can score goals, he scored 6 goals past Oxford in 2 games. I know this Lincoln side is very good defensively, though. I saw that against Sunderland. I mean, take away the first 45 minutes of the second leg, the rest of the time they were defensively sound. So it's going to be an interesting challenge for Blackpool. They're going to have to try and turn it around. I tell you what, that was close. They could have given the ball away there. What's my score prediction? I mean, right at the start, I said 3-1 Blackpool, which technically is still intact. But the more this game goes on, the more confident I'm getting about Lincoln. And I tell you what, Maxwell, that's a stroke of luck. Oh, Mitchell! What a save by Palmer! What a fantastic save! That should have been 1-1, and Blackpool should have gone back into it. A stroke of luck from Blackpool, get another attack. It's Maxwell running forward. It's defended, but then he wins it back. A deflection getting into the box. Jerry Yates collects it. He squares it. I think trying to find Maxwell again, he misses. And then it is Mitchell with the ball. He strikes it first time, I think, on his weaker foot as well. Yeah, I think left foot. Yeah, on his weaker foot. But it's a great save by Palmer. You could argue maybe you should have directed a bit more towards the corner, but it was a very, very quick shot and a real good save by Palmer. Fair play, man. I criticised him a little bit against Sunderland's second leg, but he's pulled off a fantastic save there. I think he's made more of an impact in this game than he has done in that second leg game. Great question by Harrison Choi, asking everyone what championship team they support. I don't actually support a championship team. If there was something you needed to know about me. Right, I've just lost a subscriber. That's a shame. Okay, we're down to 542. But we are 8 away from 550, which is crazy. Could we get 550 by the stream? That would be a great achievement. And I'll tell you what, if we do get 550, and I say we, because it's your contribution as well as mine as well, I would definitely be celebrating on behalf of you guys. Do I own any Colchester shirts? I've got to be honest, I haven't really. And one thing I do have a big regret, I've not been to a single season. Reason being that, even though Colchester is my local club, it does take me a good half an hour to commute there. And also, with me being a student and all, most of the time you need your parents to take you there. And unfortunately, my parents aren't avid football fans. They're not really passionate. If they were going to football games constantly, I would guarantee you they would have taken me to at least a couple of Chelsea games and maybe a couple of Colchester games. But they're not, all right, he's offside. I don't know. It's just like they're all for with me being protected and all of that. And I don't know. Maybe it's like they know about the atmosphere and for how toxic it can be at times. But yeah, it's their way of living, and I can't choose to have another set of parents who support football more. I love my parents from what they are. But football, they embrace, my love for it. They embrace my brother's love for it. Yeah, Sims is not playing. He must be injured. I cannot believe I did not know this before I made my prediction. Yeah, I mean, that's not too far off. I mean, it's more likely a Ghost will be able to score a goal than Colchester are. But they've had some great talent over the years. You may remember Sammy Smodics, Peterborough player now. He was unbelievable for Colchester at the time. There have been a couple of others as well. Oh, what a great ball, but great defending again from Lincoln. Lincoln defending very, very well. Oh, that's an impossible question for answer. I can't go in the streets at all. I can't go in the streets at all unless I would have painted it blue or whatever. I wouldn't go in the street as well. I couldn't go to London with people thinking I was a Spurs or an Arsenal fan buy the shirt. I couldn't. I can't mix with that. I've got a mate that supports Arsenal, a mate that supports Spurs. If there was any team I had a bit more of a mutual respect for, it's Spurs, because my connection with it with my grandparents. But Arsenal, oh yeah, never ever would I ever support Arsenal. Arsenal are just irritating. They really are. They turn to prime Barcelona when they play against us, and it gets very irritating. Right. Could have been an opportunity for Lincoln there. Thank you for liking the stream, by the way. 11 likes now. We're doing pretty well on the like target now. We're back to 543. Thank you to whoever's just subscribed, by the way. We're now 7 away from 550. Unbelievable. 550 would be an incredible achievement to achieve at this time. And remember, guys, remember the challenge I set you guys. If I didn't get 500 by the Championship playoff final, I was going to quit the platform. And, of course, we ended on that game on 543. I think we were on 544, but someone unsubscribed. But we were on 543. So the fact that we gained, you know, a good amount of momentum and a good leeway from that target, it just goes to show the amount of support you guys have given me recently, and I truly appreciate it. I do. Right. I need to stop talking. And I won't stop talking, but I need to talk more about this game. Because right now, it's a good contest here. It's really interesting to see how both these sides are playing right now. Lincoln are definitely being a bit deeper than I'm used to seeing with them. Blackpool getting a bit frustrated right now. Mitchell does go forward, but he's tackled very, very well. But he gets the ball away here. Blackpool could have a chance. All right. Looping ball goes in, and it's poor. Jerry Yates cannot be found. Their final ball has been their problem, Blackpool, really. Embleton couldn't find Jerry Yates at all. Doesn't get anywhere near it. Embleton's had a couple of those as well, which you would think that on a better day, and on better days, he's actually giving them goals. Apparently, Neil Critchley has given Blackpool their highest ever finish in 6 years. So, obviously, that was, when they got relegated to the Premier League, that was 6 years ago, and they went through a really tough 6 years, to get to this stage. And, it'll be nice for them to get into the Championship. But at the same time, it'll be incredible to see Lincoln up there as well. Most hated team, it would have to... Oh, hang on. Jerry Yates here, wins the ball back here. He could go on his own. He's got Embleton here. Is Embleton going to shoot? No, what they're doing? I tell you what, Blackpool have had... Oh, my God. Oh, it's in! And they're going to give the goal as well. Dougal scores an equaliser for Blackpool. What an incredible goal. Brilliant quality by Dougal to get that goal. I tell you what, that really knocked the wind off my sails. It was a mistake, I think. Jerry Yates wins it well. He gives it to Embleton. Embleton panics, and he tries to give it back to Yates, and Yates is already closed down. But Keith Dougal, to be fair to him, just outside the box, picks out the bottom right corner, and Palmer can't reach it. I don't think it's the goalkeeper's fault. I think it's a brilliant strike. Okay, Yates is 1 versus 3. Embleton's got so much space. He bottles it. Quite fortunate. It gets deflected. Appeals for handball. And then Dougal doesn't get closed down. Gets enough time to have a clean strike. That'll be very disappointing on Lincoln's part for how much space Dougal had. Literally unmarked. Oh my God, I said the goalkeeper didn't get close, but he did get a hand. The goalkeeper had a hand to it. Oh man, two goals which I think would have been avoided. I think they really could have been avoided if we had better goalkeepers. I tell you what, both goalkeepers will be disappointed. Jack Army Hub, welcome to the stream. You're new here. I found this channel on the comments in the BENHD video. Oh, did you really? What video was it? I mean, I comment on all of Ben's videos, but which one? I'm really interested to know. But everyone, make sure you do give Jack Army Hub a warm welcome on it. And I'm assuming you subscribed as well. Thank you so much, man. I really, really do appreciate that. 6 away from 550 right now. Unbelievable. Right. We could have a big game on our hands right now. I predicted 3-1 to Blackpool. That is still intact. And this is going to be interesting now. I did say, and I think it was 5 minutes ago I said this, if Blackpool don't equalise in this half, then it's game over. I tell you what, Blackpool looking a lot better now. Blackpool needed this goal. They're now going to be moving the ball very, very confidently. Lincoln need to trap back now. They need to really trap back and do what they're good at. And, you know, they start second half very, very strong as well. But they need to be, you know, they were doing so well defensively. It was a bit fortunate with all the amount of deflections that took place. But you've got to give Dougal a lot of credit for that finish. Yeah, your 2-2 is still intact, Charlie Brown. It's going to be interesting to see who's right. You would need Lincoln to score another one. And right now, based on that quality, I don't really see it at the moment. I would say I would narrowly edge Spurs over Arsenal, but not by much. There's no way I can say that I would say I have a strong liking to those teams. But being a Chelsea fan, I'll slightly edge Spurs. You know, they're not as irritating because they've got a bottle mentality. Right, Brennan Johnson running into danger once again. He gets pulled down and Lincoln win a dangerous free kick. Brennan Johnson has been a threat in this game. In that right-hand side, sometimes he does get past, who's in that left-hand side? Garbett and James Husband. And they're not the quickest of players, which I think is a clever tactic by Appleton to set a pacey player like Johnson in that position. Because traditionally, you see Johnson being so versatile. You can see him playing attacking mid or winger. So it was interesting to see him playing a different role from what he did in the second leg against Sunderland. And to be fair, it's a great decision. Really, really good. Lincoln had a chance there. That would have been a great goal if that winning. It was one of his kit reviews, but it might have been a transfer rumour roundup. Oh, fair enough. Well, I'll tell you this. I comment on pretty much all of his videos anyway, so it would have been hard to narrow it down, to be honest with you. But, yeah. What did I say recently? Sometimes I do get privileged enough to sometimes get the top comment, and it's probably down to me being pretty quick as well. I am an avid subscriber. I'm interested to know, actually, how long you've subscribed to him, and that could be a question, actually, that I could ask all of you. How long have you subscribed to the king of Championship football? Because that's how who I'm calling him. If I were to answer it, I think I followed him pretty much since the 17-18 season. So when I think about it now, that's nearly 5 years. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And I think the evolution he's gone under is something that, you know, I've tried to do on my channel as well. And to be fair, my ambition of mine has been to get 1,000 subscribers because for newer viewers, you wouldn't know this because I did this tweet a year ago. But I tweeted Ben saying if I get 1,000 subs, how about a collab? And he's agreed. So right now we're around 50% of the way there, and 55% if we get to 550 subscribers now. And what's happened now is that I'm now a Patreon, so now Ben knows me a little bit better. But yeah, it's crazy. Will Graham Potter be sacked from Brighton? I don't think so. I think next season will be a good expectation to see if Brighton will stick with him. But I think based on the football, you can't get rid of him yet. You know, who's out there who can do more than what Graham Potter's done, to be honest. Here's Mitchell, who I think has been great. He's done everything apart from scoring a goal right now. No free kick given, apparently. That's a bit bizarre. I thought he was going to get a free kick from that. August 2018. That doesn't sound too far away from when I subscribed, actually. I think I subscribed and followed him since the start of the 2017 season. So probably August 2017 was when I subscribed. So you would have subscribed in the season after, in the 18-19 season. And one thing I will say about this channel, it's been going for nearly 2 years now. Oh God, I can't believe that Palmer didn't say that. I just saw the goal again. But I started this channel commenting on the 19-20 season. You know, for how incredible that whole season was from beginning to end. Oh my gosh, okay, Blackpool had another chance. Embleton this time, but it's a save by Palmer. Gosh, the camera's nearly missed it. This is what Blackpool need to do now. If they can get a goal before half-time, that'd be a huge turnaround. And it'll put them in a great position. It'll put them on cloud 9, really. Kevin's got more Champions League winners' medals than Buffon and Edison. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. But you know what? I know he gets criticised, but you can see the passion he has. Well, that's definitely comment of the day so far. Harrison says that that Havertz looks like the German James Charles. He sounds like him as well. God, you can't not dislike the guy. You know, you know, he's such a likable player. That whole squad as well, and that's one thing I really like about this squad as well. They're a likable team. I can remember when, you know, under the second year under Conte, a load of players were being scapegoated and being very dislikable. But right now, we've won the hearts of a load of neutral fans as well. And I think that's really important as well. You know, you can definitely be a great team, but if you've got... Oh, another close chance for Mitchell. It was a cross header and another save by Palmer. I think he may have been offside anyway. No, it was well on. Well onside. Great save by Palmer. Let's see how close it was. Yeah, it lacked a bit of power. And if it got to that corner, probably would have been a goal. But good effort. Blackpool definitely ending the second half strong. In fact, before we get, let's go back to Catcher and see what this is saying. So, Kenneth Dougal. It's not Keith Dougal. It's Kenneth Dougal. My apologies there. Embleton with the assist. Turton was the one that got the own goal. Very unfortunate own goal, but it was brilliant play by Johnson to create the goal. You could argue Maxwell should have done better with that. He should have collected it. Dougal, who is right... where is Dougal in the squad? Oh, he's there. Durbrain. There he is. So, obviously, what happened? Yates collected the ball. Embleton ran for it. And then Dougal in so much space. And I think it was Stewart, who was also available as well. Got it to Dougal and shot it past Palmer, who probably should have done better. That made it 1-1. And look at the attack momentum. In fact, can you see the attack momentum? Yeah, you can. So, Lincoln had a very strong start here, but look at this from Blackpool. They've been absolutely incredible, and Lincoln have only had spells of it, really, and that's what's been disappointing. They've really tinkered away from their quality at the moment. 6 shots on target Blackpool have had. 6, which is brilliant. But the fact they've only scored 1 goal is probably even more surprising. Lincoln have actually not had a shot on target. Of course, they've got a goal, but that's from an own goal. So they'll be feeling fortunate, Lincoln, that they've got into this position right now, especially if they can keep this draw going to half-time, because I'd say Blackpool have definitely ended this first half very, very strongly. All right, can you see the stats? My camera's not blocking it. All right, good. 54-46 in possession, 7 shots. Look at that, 6-0 in shots on target. Lincoln definitely asking more questions outside of goal. It was George Grant who had that shot come off the crossbar, which was a good effort from his part. No one blocking it at the moment. Not really too much stats here. One big chance missed that probably was one Johnson chance near the beginning of the game. And, of course, that was George Grant's shot that hit the woodwork here. 5 saves Palmer has made. Brilliant work from Palmer. I know he's conceded a goal where I don't think he should have done, but you can't deny he's actually kept Lincoln in this at the moment. He really has. Unbelievable game we're having here. A lot of drama. It's really energetic, and that's exactly what you want to see in this playoff. Oh, you got that from Angry Rantman. Oh my god. I thought it'd be something he would say as well. You know, I won't lie, like when I read that comment, I almost like heard his voice when I said it. I was like, oh, you know what? I know exactly who would say that. Pep's mind when a final comes round, yes, just panic. Panic stations. And to be honest with you, Pep's got a great record when it comes to finals, so it really surprised me that he just changed it. I wouldn't say it was a final. I just think it was Tuchel and Chelsea that got into it. Right, Poole with a poor foul, making Blackpool win a free kick just inside their half, actually. Blackpool have got minute plus stoppage time to try and get a goal before half-time. Thank you for the support in the stream, by the way. 544 subscribers, 6 away from 550, which is incredible. 7 of you watching right now. Isn't Stewart the geezer that lived to go to Hull and in the Robert deal? I think you're right. Kevin Stewart. It may have been the same Stewart. It may have been. I'm not too sure. It may have been a different Stewart, but I don't know. I need to double check that. But if that's the case, then that's quite incredible. Yeah, a lot of. I'm just looking at BENHD's Patreon thing. they're talking about both goalkeepers making howlers, and I got to agree with them. I don't know why Maxwell. I know Hopper was there, but Hopper actually missed the cross. So why Maxwell didn't go dive and leave a limb out and just try and boot it away, I don't know why he didn't do it. So it's poor goalkeeping by both keepers at both goals. But that should mean? What that should mean? It should mean a load of goals, which what can go wrong with that? And right now, nothing can separate the two teams. It's 1-1. You would base it on the pattern of play that Blackpool deserve to lead, but right now, Lincoln have done well to hold on, and I think it will go. Is it half-time now? I think Blackpool have got a throw-in, and that will be the well, not the final. It'll be the half-time whistle. Harrison has asked, do I know Stuart Pearce? I do know Stuart Pearce. West Ham legend. I think I'm right in saying he was at Forest as well. That's the half-time whistle. So, 1-1 between Blackpool and Lincoln. Interesting. That probably would not have been too far from what I predicted what would have been the half-time whistle, actually. So, I'm definitely expecting a load more goals in this second half. And I've known his association with England as well. But I definitely know his association with West Ham. Oh, I'm so sorry for looking so tired on the stream. I've literally not got an hour's sleep because I was just thinking about Chelsea winning the Champions League, Yeah, he managed and played for England, that's right. He worked with Moyes, I think, alongside with West Ham, actually, for a bit. And then he just disappeared. Famous player in the 80s, centre-back. And I think... I know Southgate missed the penalty in Euro. I can't remember the year. It was 98 or something. But I think Stuart Pearce missed a crucial penalty as well in one tournament. I can't remember what it's called. Have I been to Brighton? No, actually. I've not been to Brighton. I've travelled south many times, but never stayed anywhere southern, I've been to Southend couple of times, and that's actually quite a stretch, actually, with Chelmsford and Southend, because it's actually quite far away. I've driven past Brighton before, but never been there, and it looks quite nice, actually. Been past Dover before. Been to a couple of places in the south, but just never stayed at them. I jumped in a river today, and it was freezing cold. Well, if it was from the hot weather, then I don't blame you. No, don't worry. That's absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever. I was just reiterating that I'm feeling in such a good mood right now for the fact that Chelsea have won a Champions League game. But I'm also excited for the fact we've got a good game on our hands. 1-1, the half-time score at the moment. Could have been more goals as well, especially from Blackpool. 6 shots they've had on target as well in that first half. I don't support Southend. I support Colchester because I am much closer to Colchester than I am at Southend. I would almost say I almost need, it takes me half the time to get to Colchester than it does to get me to Southend. So if I were to base it in proximity, it would be Colchester rather than Southend. God, I tell you what, Southend going into the National League. First time in their history as well. That club, though, they need all the help they can get, really. It's just been a team that has been struggling financially for so many years. And it's finally caught up with them. And they've not had points deductions and stuff like that. But just the turnout in players and just attracting quality, it's just not worked. It really hasn't. I'm not that cruel, Charlie. You can arrive on my stream at any accordance that you would like. 6 of you watching now. Thank you for watching the stream. Southend's nearer to Chelsea. I'm pretty sure it's not. I am almost certain. Well, it depends where you're looking at in Chelsea. Because Chelmsford, actually, to be fair, in Essex, is actually quite big. If I'm looking at my location to Colchester, it is definitely a lot less. I've been in Essex for 20 years, Harry. So I can guarantee you, with the amount of times I have travelled, I find it a lot easier to get to Colchester than I do with Southend, and it's a lot quicker for me as well. I think it's based on where I live in Chelmsford as well. You know, that could be another thing as well. You know, if I was definitely more, I guess, southern in Chelmsford, then I probably would be closer to Southend. But I think I'm a bit more on the northern side, and Colchester is around that area. So yeah, I think it's just down to where I am in Chelmsford, really. You know, it's not much that separates them, and it's a reason why there's an Essex derby. You know, there's not too much that separates them, but based on my proximity and where I habitat, I guess that's the word, then I would be supporting Colchester. God, what a half of football we've had here. Thank you for the support as well. To reiterate, 12 likes, 544 in subs. I tell you what, guys, we are 6 away. I sound like a broken record, but we're only 6 away from 550, which is incredible. You know, we could definitely get it by the stream. We really can. Mate, my geography's bad. If you saw my GeoGuessr videos, you can never trust me with geography. Right. God, I tell you what, it was 47 seconds. I thought it was 42, but it was actually 47 seconds. Mate, you know what? I don't think I'm going to need a geography degree in what I'm planning to do in the future, so I think I'll be fine. I could do flags, although albeit I didn't actually recognise what flag Ivan Toney had yesterday. I'm still so mad. I don't know what flag it is. He didn't, like, show it out. You know when Kovacic showed the Croatia flag, you know? Tony didn't do that, so I couldn't see what it was. There was a lot of green, so that made me think, was it Jamaica? But I don't think it was Jamaica, because I think, you know, Jamaica's only green, gold and black, and I think there was more than that on the flag. Here's the Dougal. Right, let's see how it got to this. So it's poor, really, really poor. I tell you what, it's George Grant who gets nicked off the ball from Jerry Yates. You could argue should have passed it to Grant, but to be honest with you, it's just Lincoln were being a bit pedestrian with their build-up, and George Grant just showed his nerves, and he got robbed the ball way too easily by Jerry Yates. First, an interesting question. Have I had detention before? I've had class detention before, but a singular detention, never. I was a goody two-shoes. I always was afraid to step out of line, as I do in my channel as well. Hence, I don't swear and do all that stuff as well. You wouldn't want to see me outside of a camera, though. Bargov Condetti, welcome to the stream. I think you may be a new viewer. I don't know if you are a new viewer or not. I don't know if I recognise the name. Right, they're reviewing that Blackpool goal again. I think it was a bit fortunate it was given it. That could have been handball. And we have seen goals disallowed from that before. But fair play. You know, I think they've kept it. And I think based on the balance of play, Blackpool at least should be drawing in this game. Condetti, welcome to the stream. And if you are a new viewer, everyone, do make sure you do give Bargov a good, warm welcome around here. We always give new reviewers around Lex Selectors a very, very warm welcome. You've never had detention, but you probably should by now, to be honest. I mean, what sort of stuff do you do? You know, my school, you know, is not afraid to give detentions, but the thing is, I just never was that student that stepped out of line. I never hung around with the people looking for trouble. Oh gosh, my grandparents have just arrived. You know what? I think one thing I might do, if it's near the second half, I might just quickly put the stream on a break. Make sure I say hi to them, and then I'll say I'll pop by in the next hour, and then I'll see them. So obviously, because I did say I was having a barbecue today, wasn't I? So that's why I was having it, because I was seeing my family for the first time in ages. You're an Arsenal fan, but these cup finals have been amazing. You really want Blackpool to win. Yeah, they really have. They've been really, really dramatic. I've been really, really impressed with the quality. I've not been impressed with the quality of goalkeeping, but everything else in the field I've been really impressed with, actually, so far in League One. Both these teams have earned their right. Brennan Johnson's a really special player for Lincoln, by the way. If Lincoln don't get promoted, he will most definitely get some links with some championship clubs. Have I been to a stadium? I've been to the JobServe Community Stadium in Colchester. Been to one game, of course. For Chelsea, not been to a game, but I've been to the stadium tour. And that's literally my repertoire of stadiums. You having a barbecue as well? Oh, fair play. Right. what I'm going to do, guys, I am going to put the stream, you know, like on a cut screen or something, because I'm going to quickly say hello to my grandparents, because it'll be rude of me for me not to. And then I'll be back within 20 seconds and we'll talk through the second half. You had a party with my family yesterday, which was us. Oh, good. I think I'm having a party today. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll be enjoying Chelsea winning the Champions League as well. So, I'll see you guys within 20 seconds to a minute. But in the meantime, guys, whilst I'm gone, comment what you think will happen in that second half as well. And comment who you think has been the best player for for both teams, by the way. And I will be responding to all your comments. So, I'll be back within the next minute or so. So, everyone, get your comments down. Hello, we're back. I think we're back. Lagging? Was it really lagging? Are you serious? I've just watched it back. It's not even really behind that much, really. Was the music just not? Was the? I'm so confused. Because clearly it's still on, and apparently there's been no lagging in my system. That's very weird. But thank you for the 6 of you that are still here. Yeah, I needed to see my grandparents. It's still lagging. Right, okay. Well, I'll put it to the test here. You're trolling me here. I'm hearing my stream here. I've got a monitor, guys, so I know what's going on with my stream. Thank you to whoever's just subscribed, by the way. 545. 5 more. 5 more. We're so close. It was lagging like crazy. Well, I can check the volume now, but I think you're trolling because I'm hearing the volume like from my headphones from like ages away, and it sounds fine. It sounds fine now. Okay. Whether you guys had a plan to try and scare me. Sounds good to me. I won't lie, guys. Yeah, honestly, I mean, if it was lagging, I can apologize. But right now, I think it's fine. So, I like how you said it's still lagging, and you're saying it was lagging like crazy. Oh, man. Oh, God, I need to get the timer ready. Timer. Oh, I'm going to actually get it on time this time. Let's get this right. And I actually got it this time. I actually didn't miss it. There we go. The flag was Jamaica, says Charlie Brown, you think. I thought it was because there was a lot of green on it. But I thought, I don't know what it was. I don't know if I was colorblind and I thought I saw a bit of blue, which I know is not in the Jamaica flag. But I don't know. It was so confused. I'm just assuming you've trolled me, so I'm not falling for that. Like, this stream should not be lagging anymore. I fixed the lag settings. The only reason why last stream lagged a little bit at the start was because I had to change Wi-Fi's. Because I've got 2 different routers in my house. And for some bizarre reason, my computer sometimes switches routers for some weird reason. That's why. Yeah. Look, I've just assumed that you've trolled me now. So I'm hearing my volume as crisp as it is. You know, it may have been a private Discord chat to plan this, but yeah, fair play, guys. You know, didn't quite get me there. You know, I would have started messing around with buttons if I actually was thinking you guys were being true. Here come Blackpool here. What a through ball. Oh, not quite enough power there. If there was a bit more power, then Yates would have been through. Blackpool started very strong. I tell you what, both teams have actually started quite strong, to be fair, because Lincoln already made it to Blackpool's penalty box. Within the opening minute and a half, it's a Lincoln throw. Eddie Howe will not go to West Brom, says Harrison. I don't think so either. He'll go to a Premier League club or somewhere, or maybe even... We would never do that to you. Yeah. That's like reminding me of some of the memes. Now, why would I do that? Jamie Gould saying Lincoln's going to win. That's interesting. We've had a couple of people supporting Blackpool, a couple of people supporting Lincoln. We've got a real split, actually of people who want teams to win, which I think is interesting. I think it's definitely interesting to get a split. Right, Ballard's definitely going to get booked for dissent there. Oh, mate, okay. If has only gone to snitched it, is that like the sort of like student that gets people into detention? Is that your? I tell you what, have you ever? This could be a question, and that will be interesting. Have you ever got other people into detention by you being a snitch? You know what? I've not even had a reputation of that sort of thing. I actually don't think I've ever had, but I've seen it happen in hand. And yeah, Charlie Brown got found out. I can see a strategy when I see one. Harry reminding everyone that Swansea boss lit. I mean, I think IU, when they had that chance, I knew Swansea weren't going to do it, and they did have the chance. You know, they had definitely a strong enough squad to do it. They just couldn't compete with Brentford's high intensity and their press. I won't lie. I am absolutely starving. I've barely had anything to eat all day. That's because I'm saving up all my appetite for the barbecue. And following for the fact my grandparents had just arrived, which was really nice to see them. I mean, one's 75 and one is 85, which, you know, is fantastic for me to see them again. Hang on, Lincoln looking pretty good here. Oh, tell you what, Lincoln asking a few questions here. And it's I tell you what, controversial decision by the referee to give a goal kick from that. I think he went it down a bit too easily there, and I would have given that a corner. It definitely came on the Blackpool player last. Whether he gave a goal kick because he thought he touched it last, you know, Edwin definitely did not touch that ball last. You got me on a low speed. Well, my voice would be very, very deep then. It will be very, very deep. And it sounds like it's lagging. Oh, well, all right. Yeah, it'll sound deep and it'll sound like it lags. Here's Mitchell again. Okay, it's back to Mitchell now. Look at the options that Blackpool have got. Oh, what a play! Overlapping play, cross comes in, and Lincoln defend it for their lives. And now it's a corner. Ioma with the defending. What a passage of play this was. I couldn't quite see who it was. To 20. To 17, and the cross comes in. So it was a brilliant pass by Turton, actually. And I think it actually may have been Dougal who actually got the cross in. Brilliant. Corner comes in. Palmer gets a hand to it. It's kept on. Another chance for Blackpool to whip it in. This is interesting. 20. Okay, this is... Oh, another cross comes in. Well defended. And volley goes over the bar. Stewart this time with the miss. Put me on 0.25 speed. Yeah, not the best idea. Yeah. It would have sounded very, very deep, likely. So right now we're on 4 viewers. So not doing too well with viewers this time, but you know, it's probably to be expected. I don't think we're gonna have as big of an audience as we did in the playoff final. Okay, so right now I could definitely see with the momentum it's going to be Blackpool. I think it will be edginess at the moment, but it's difficult really, you know, because Lincoln only need one opportunity. Both teams at this stage in this second half actually have had 2 brilliant passages of play. Not a lot is separating them at all, to be honest with you. He just kept that on there. I thought Blackpool were going to lose the ball there, but he actually kept it on the line, which actually would have been very cheaply given away. Here is James Husband. God, I tell you what. Whoever would be engaged to James Husband is going to be so irritated by that name, I swear. I'm not going to do the League 2-1 Honeygun. If I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to do it. I am planning to do more videos, but I've not got... It's like for the first time, because the championship season's over, I've not really got anything planned. With Euros coming up, you know, there's so many ideas you could have, but I've got to kind of think outside the box a little bit. I don't know what to do. You know, it's a weird feeling, this. Could do a transfer show Monday, maybe. I could do a football fairy tales or like renaming the series and can bring those back. I could do the championship project again and try and do that. And maybe do more stuff linked with Colchester. And I am planning to do a little project with one YouTuber this week as well. In fact, I might contact him now, actually, to remind him. Who is the best manager of your club in a decade, Alex? It's really, really difficult, to be honest with you. It's so tough, really, to narrow that down. I mean, I tell you what, when he was in the club, you know, he really, really got us, like, punching above our weight. So I am going to be... It's difficult, really, because some of them have just really just Oh God, Blackpool just scored. I've literally just been looking at Blackpool managers, not Blackpool managers, Colchester managers, and Dougal again. It's Kenneth Dougal with the second goal in the game. His second goal. Blackpool have now turned it around completely. Blackpool are now winning by 2-1. Now, this is interesting with my prediction. One more Blackpool goal and my prediction will be spot on. One more Lincoln goal and Charlie's prediction will be spot on. What happened here? So it was Jerry Yates. Oh, what? It's a very similar position to when he scored his first one. Ball comes in. Lincoln can't clear it. Jerry Yates holds it well. Shields the ball well. Gives it to Dougal. Once again, unmarked. And then first time shot. Very similar to the goal he scored in the first half. And once again, I think that one was a bit more difficult for Palmer to save. But very similar goal to the one in the first half. And Blackpool, for the first time in this game, have now taken the lead. Now, Blackpool got to be careful here. They had a 2-goal lead against Lincoln last time, and they threw it away. They got to get, in my opinion, one more goal, and I think they'll be feeling a bit more comfortable. Wow. Absolutely, unbelievable. Really unbelievable turnaround here. Kenneth Dougal, you know what? I would not have thought it would have been him who would have been performing this turnaround, but you got to give him a lot of credit here. He really, really has turned it around big time. It's so difficult. I mean, I guess Paul Lambert will be up there from, when he actually started off as a manager. For the role he actually managed to bring to this Colchester side, the stability, I think he was okay. Geraint Williams, I think, of course, would be probably the one manager everyone will say, because he was the manager that actually, he got Colchester to finish 10th place in the championship. It was absolutely unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. There we go. I've literally just talked about this stat. 66.7% of Lincoln's goals have come in the second half, and they need to score a second half goal now. But yeah. If I were to say it, I would say Geraint Williams and Paul Lambert, I think, for me. But we've been a bit disappointed with our managers lately, haven't we? We had Boothroyd for a little bit. And we've just had some average ones at best. We had McGreal for a bit, which actually, to be fair, McGreal actually made a good name for himself, for the fact he actually got us to beat Tottenham Hotspur in the Carabao Cup. Lex CFW's has asked if I can show the actual game. I can't, unfortunately, otherwise I will be done for copyright. So unfortunately, all I can do is commentate from it. But one thing I can do to try and give you a good idea what's been going on with the game is show you the stats and all of that. So to move my camera out the way a little bit, in fact, I actually might put it in the right. I can't actually fit my mouse. Come on. Right, so as you can see from the attack momentum here, Lincoln had a great start, of course got their goal, and we're pushing for a second, but Blackpool pretty much since that goal have been absolutely brilliant, and eventually they've got the goal they needed. 7 shots they've had on target, and Lincoln have really struggled to get back into the game since. You see, look at the stats here, 53 to 47, 9 shots, 7 on target, 0 for Lincoln. The only reason they've got a goal, of course, is from an own goal, not from one of their own players. Of course, Lincoln did hit the woodwork, though. George Grant did hit the woodwork, although you could argue George Grant was in fault of the equaliser. Right, a Lincoln free kick. Oh, my gosh. Lincoln come very, very close here. Tom Hopper comes really, really close here. It was a dangerous free kick. Oh, I don't think he even won the header there. It was a great free kick as well. Very inviting ball. No one wins the header. And I think, yeah, it was Maxwell. Not Maxwell. It was Husband who does very, very well to nullify Hopper there. Oh, I tell you what. They've got to be very, very careful, Blackpool here. Because just from that one opportunity, they could have just gone behind there. Blimey, that's going to be really, really interesting, this game. Playoff final next year, Barnsley Blackpool. That's an interesting prediction, but I tell you what, it'll be a prediction I'll be really wanting to see. with one of those teams going back to the Premier League, that'll be an unbelievable moment for both of these teams. Oh, we're down to 2 viewers. I wasn't expecting to have the same success as my previous stream. I don't know. Oh, I tell you what, here come Lincoln again. Oh, it is very, very brave defending by Ballard. I tell you what, Lincoln have recently just started to turn the screw. And it's Johnson with a corner. Corner's taken short, and Lincoln get another corner. Lincoln have looked so good now. Now, all of a sudden, it's Lincoln who are the better side. It's a very momentous game, this. One team will look really good, and then the other team will have a strong bit of momentum. It's going to be really, really... Oh, corner comes in. Well defended by Blackpool. They've cleared it. Ethan, welcome to the stream. Up the policy says, I'm guessing you are a Stoke City fan. One thing I do want to ask a Stoke fan, what do you think of your season, by the way? And if you are... Oh, no penalty. Yeah, I didn't think it was a penalty. It was a bit theatrical for that. No penalty for Lincoln there. What do you think of Stoke season? And if you are a new viewer, by the way, make sure you do give Ethan a warm welcome to my channel. We do make sure that every single one who joins my stream gets a warm welcome round here. Who's got the best owners in the Prem? Leicester are going to be up there. I would be biased and say Abramovich will be up there as well. I know, you could give him, slate him for like joining the Super League and stuff like that, but he pulled out quickly. And if you saw like his passion when we won the Champions League and how he was with the players, it honestly brought a tear to my eye. Seeing Abramovich back at games, it was good to see that passion. You thought that, Abramovich could start losing. He's won it back, and, he's done it in a great way as well. Bristol City are linked with Joe Pigott. Yeah, I mean, Joe Pigott will likely be another talking point with my transfer show. He was in my last one. Sometimes with the transfer show, I do want to try and talk about different players, but if it's the same rumours, I've got to, kind of talk about them again. What tends to happen is that the people I talk about from the previous transfer show turn into new deals. Oh, I tell you what, Lincoln going forward here. Lincoln have got a really good opportunity here. Ball comes in. Oh, it's poor. Oh, no, I tell you what, Johnson's got a big chance. He's still onside. Oh, my God. Lincoln should have done so much better with that. Lincoln had so much chance. Johnson, I think, just trips over. If he actually shot that ball and tested Maxwell, I think that would have been it. Yeah, it wasn't a foul. It definitely he was right to play on there. I think it was Edun there. Poor ball, but it was actually a clever ball. And Johnson with so much space, but he just kind of loses control. And yeah, if he actually shot it first time, that probably would have gone in. I tell you what, Lincoln are definitely looking a lot better now, and they have to. They're chasing the game now. Cool. This game has been really exhausting to watch. It really has. It's been a load of times with a load of teams going forward. And thank you for subscribing, by the way. I'm assuming it's Ethan who subscribed. Thank you so much, man. I truly, truly appreciate it. You think your season's been disappointing considering we were playing well at the start of the season? I think you fell apart when Campbell got injured. I think you're spot on. I think you're absolutely spot on. Stoke looked good at the start of the season, but one thing I will add on to that, it has been disappointing from the injury, and I definitely think Tyrese Campbell could have hit actually 15 goals if he stayed injury-free for the whole season. But I think the recruitment policy has been a little bit faulty as well. I'm looking at Jacob Brown being one example. He is nowhere near being the player I thought he was going to be. Some of the signings from, like the last window I think have done okay, but I think the summer transfer window has been, you could probably question it, but January signings I think have been good. I think Rabi Matondo has been a really, really good signing. If Stoke can get him permanently, he'll definitely be a bright player for Stoke's future. There's definitely a lot of quality there, but the thing is now, this is going to be their 4th consecutive season in the Championship now, alongside with Swansea City now. How long, is it going to be until Stoke start falling down the table? Or, will we see one season when Stoke finally look close that they can get promoted again? What's the way moving forward? I agree, Charlie. It's been a great final so far. When I saw Blackpool score and then go on the first minute, I thought there was no way back from them, but it looks like they've proved me wrong. I tell you what, I mean, there was still that gut instinct that I knew Blackpool had it in them. when I saw that Blackpool was starting to get more shots on target and testing Palmer and goal, I thought, okay, eventually they should score. And to be fair, they've completely turned it around. Here they come again. In fact, no, it's not good. They lose out completely. Relegation to the National League predictions: Colchester and Sutton. Not great. Not great. The two teams for me. I don't know. For some reason, I think Colchester will survive. Because when Colchester tend to do this now. They have one poor season followed by a great season after this. You know, there's no consistency. They're consistently average, but there's just no consistency in their league finish. So, I don't know. For some reason, I see Colchester probably even finishing maybe 15th, maybe. You know, nothing special, but better than this year. Sutton, I think, will be a favourite to go down. Have they ever been to the Football League? I actually don't think they've ever been to the Football League. But of course, they've been knocking on the door to get out of the National League for so many years. And eventually now they've got their opportunities. So, good on them. It'll be interesting to tell you the truth. Even so, who do I support? I support Chelsea as my Premier League team. For my Championship team, I actually don't support a team in the Championship. I am completely bias-free for all Championship teams. And in terms of other teams in the EFL, Colchester, because I live in Essex. And, you know, you could say that I have a big rivalry to Southend with them being another Essex club. But overall, I just, you know, I want Essex football to be well represented. And for the fact we have lost an Essex football giant to the National League, which it's been a real shame. It really, really has. All right, here's Brendan Johnson. Oh, no free kick given. Okay, that's a bit... I think off the ball, you probably would be given a free kick. But here come Blackpool. They're trying to counter now. That'll be a free kick to Blackpool. Bridcut is really not happy because he should have said Johnson should have got that free kick, which to an extent I do kind of agree. It would have been a bit soft though, but I have seen free kicks given for that before. But Bridcut being the captain, thinking maybe losing his head a little bit. You've been on tour of Stamford Bridge. Is Wembley the big game to have a tour of? Oh, most definitely. You know what? I'd be with so much regret if I can never be to Wembley. I've walked past Wembley so many times when I've been in London, but I've never, ever gone into the actual stadium itself. My brother has, one time. He actually saw England play a qualifier game. I can't remember who it was against. It may have been... When was it? I don't actually know who he was up against. I think it was when England won, but I think it was not one of the best games. I can't remember who he was up against. I need to ask him later. You'd love to go to a stadium tour Wembley? Yeah, it'll be a great experience. It'll be very costly, but it would be worth it. What a ball by Yates. Oh, but very disappointing outcome in the end of it. God, that ball from Yates was genius. Who was it that he found? It was Garbett, actually. It was a genius ball, but unfortunately Garbett doesn't keep the ball in on the pitch. We have got 24 minutes left in this game. 24 minutes for Lincoln to try and get back into this. 24 minutes for Blackpool to hold on to return to the Championship for the first time in 6 years. Here comes Johnson. Ooh. Right, yeah, that'll be a corner. Now, it's actually a really good challenge by Garber, actually. Lincoln have won a corner. You've been to England versus Lithuania 4 years ago. Oh, okay. You know, it probably would have been a similar game that my brother's seen, actually. We're still 546. Thank you for the subscribe. 15 likes this stream has gone to now. Corner comes in. Oh, good defending. But Lincoln win it back, and the cross is poor. And I think they're offside anyway. Italy beats San Marino 7-0. Well, yeah, well, it's San Marino. You don't really see anything else, unfortunately, with San Marino. Simon Sadler, it's the first time I've actually seen the new Blackpool owner, actually. He has effectively saved Blackpool Football Club. He really, really has. They were in absolute turmoil, and in fact, I am really tempted to do a Football Fairy Tales on Blackpool because I'll be really interested to know what happened in that ownership. You know, because I've got a rough idea what happened, but to know the full details of it would actually be really, really interesting. Thank you for pushing it to 15 likes. If we can get 4 more subscribers, we can get 550 subs in this stream, which would be incredible. Let's go to catcher because I'm being a little bit bored. Let's see what's been going on. So, look at this momentum. So, that's right. Lincoln, you know, we did say they started very, very strong at one stage. They had a 10-minute spell where they looked really, really strong. But then Blackpool now just limiting that now. And another sub is going on for Blackpool. Mitchell's off and Gary Medine is on. So, assuming Neil Critchley definitely wants to kill this game off, and you can't blame him for doing so. And it's definitely not one of the worst players to go off the pitch. You know, it's Mitchell over another attacking player. Have we had any other subs, though? I can't even tell. Oh, no, Lincoln have had a sub. So Morton has come on for Tom Hopper. That was one sub I did miss. So, with the momentum, obviously Lincoln had that 10-minute spell. Blackpool have limited that now. Stats 9-3, 50-50 on possession now. So Lincoln have done so much better in possession this time. Let's look at the second half possession. 56-44 now, but still 0 shots on goal. 0 shots, and that's what's been disappointing with Lincoln. Swansea have had that same problem as well, and even with Blackpool having less of the ball, they've already had one shot on target, which of course was their goal, and of course they had another shot as well, which was off target. Lincoln have tried to have their threat from corners, but it's not been so successful at the moment. No chances have hit the woodwork. And yeah, definitely Lincoln playing more with the ball. But right now, it's been very frustrating for Lincoln right now. Of course, they took the lead, but now it's just not gone their way. Gary Medina goal machine is ready. Yeah, I know. Definitely, if you saw him back at Sheffield United and Bolton Wanderers, you know, you were definitely backing for doing that. That might have been a handball. Okay, no, Lincoln clear. Who do you think will win the Euros? I still think France. You know, I'm going to be boring and say what everyone else says, but you don't know. It could be a really, really interesting tournament, and I'm going to be really, really excited when I predict the group stages, but also terrified because I have no idea who'll be going through, to be honest with you. But I still think France would win it. France will win it. England to win the Euros, and San Marino have not lost 5 games while it's been the national team. Has it really? I did not know that. Yeah, France, Portugal, or England for me. England, I think, will go through quarters, because one thing that you may not, well, I think you may know, because of our positioning in the group, you know the group of death, which is, was it France, Germany, and Portugal? Basically, from the group of death, if we qualify from our group, it's almost a guarantee we're going to be playing one of those teams in the round of 16. Yeah, so definitely, you know, we've not got a kind run in, to say the least, but we've got the quality for it. We really, really do. Hungary could pull off a miracle. I would say North Macedonia is another team to look out for, and actually Turkey, because Turkey have done really well with their qualifiers and their friendly games. Finland could be another one, but I don't know about Finland. Italy, by far the favourites. Interesting you say that, actually, because Italy are someone who I do like to back as well. If Holland actually sorted out their managerial situation, I actually would have backed them as well. But okay, here come Blackpool here. Here's Yates in the box, and Lincoln do track back very, very well, though. Here's Yates again. Oh, all right, it's still 1. Here's Dougal, who could have a hat-trick. Oh, what a ball! What a ball! Oh, that would have been a brilliant goal. I tell you what, the play from Blackpool is absolutely unbelievable. I'm seeing passages of play that I've not even seen Brentford do. A dummy in the box. Oh, it's so unlucky. If we directed the ball on target, who was the one who shot? It was Yates who had the shot. It may have come off the cheek of Palmer as well, but Paul did what he had to do to defend it. What a great passage of play that was. God blimey. That was a real good bit of build-up play for Blackpool. And that's exactly what we've not seen from Lincoln. They've not been inventive. They've not really... They've used, basically, Brennan Johnson to run through the right-hand side. But now, Blackpool have dealt with that. So now Lincoln's threat has been cut short. So now Lincoln have got to try and find the threat from other areas of the pitch. And they're struggling to do so. You know, when you've got a versatile team who are adventurous and can try things, you know, that is when your team will win. And it's all based on confidence and momentum. You know, there's so many factors with football. You know, people think it's just simply kicking the football around, but there's so many factors within it. Oh, cool, that's a very dangerous ball from Lincoln, and it's well defended once again by Garbett. Very, very, very... Could have been a really awkward ball to defend. It's Johnson again who's directed a really awkward ball in, and it's well cleared by Garbett. It's a corner to Lincoln. They've had so many corners, Lincoln, but that's literally been the only time they've been a threat. Oh, the corner goes through everyone, but unfortunately not to a Lincoln player for their fans' sake. Tom James says Barnsley to go up next season. Interesting shout. I tell you what, they've definitely got the momentum and the squad for it. You know, it's crazy for you to say that to a Barnsley team because you don't associate them to finish in that position, but they've just shown for, you know, if they play their cards right, they really are an incredible team on their day. Looks like it's a corner again to Lincoln. Well, Lincoln now all of a sudden having the momentum again. And this is what this game's been all about. It's been very momentum based. You've seen one team look strong for 10 minutes, then Blackpool look strong for 10 minutes. It's been very, very end to end, which has been what I've expected in this game. So I'm really, really happy to watch this game, actually. It's been very entertaining. San Marino have only won one game whilst being a national team. Yeah, I think it was against Liechtenstein, if I remember right. I think that I might be wrong. It might have not been against Liechtenstein, but or Gibraltar. It was, in fact, it was either Gibraltar or Liechtenstein. I can't remember which one it was, but I remember it. It's that it's that Blackburn or some low down with team. Yeah. You know what would be an interesting debate right now? You know, we've seen some teams, you know, who, you know, you wouldn't associate to finish as low as they did in the table, like Forest or Blackburn. Do you think they'll improve next season, or could they even fall lower? You know, with the managers that they got, I mean, you would assume Forest with Chris Hughton, they won't finish that low again when Hughton has a full season. But Mowbray with Blackburn, you know, Harvey Elliott gone, Adam Armstrong could potentially get interest. Sam Gallagher will have interest. Brereton will have interest, you know. Blackburn could be a team that may struggle next year. I think it is a free kick to Blackpool in a very dangerous position again. Medine's just pointing where the spot was. Britka, who I think has been booked, so he's got to be very careful here. So he's skating on thin ice right now. I think the referee's going to tell him one more of those challenges and he will be off the pitch. Britka does have to be very, very careful, basically. And it won't be good to see your captain getting sent off as well. So, Blackpool with a dangerous free kick. And I tell you what, if Blackpool score this, my prediction will be fulfilled. Well, either way, I've got the correct outcome. And to be fair, to actually get the correct outcomes for 2 playoff finals would be brilliant. Tom is saying Forest to get playoffs. They definitely have the squad for it. It's just, it's their build-up play they're going to improve on. Ball's looped in. Oh, Medine with the header, but just over the goal, and it hits the roof of the net. I thought it was Medine who won that header. God, I thought we were going to see a typical Gary Medine goal, but he doesn't quite get it on target. It's not quite the contact he wanted. Yeah, no other player is going to win the ball off him. You know, he was winning that header, but unfortunately for his part, he headed it over the goal. That could have been a Gary Medine goal. And well done. I tell you what, Blackpool run the ball fantastically well, and they're countering now. What a pass. I tell you what, some of the passing I've seen for Blackpool have been great, but great challenge, actually. I couldn't quite see who that was, actually. I think it actually may have been Bridcoe, actually, who did that challenge there. Brilliant. Yeah, Liam Bridcoe. Brilliant challenge, actually, to stop that pass potentially going through a one-on-one situation here. Right, Anderson looks like he was the one that got off worse from that challenge. I don't think he is Scarlord. I think Scarlord's a different user. To reiterate again, I'm going to sound like a broken record now. Thank you so much, everyone, to liking the stream. We've gone to 16 likes now, which is very respectable for this stream. 7 viewers, which is also very respectable. We're 4 away from 550 as well. If we can get 550, I can literally celebrate full on in my barbecue later on. That'll be fantastic. Do you think Chelsea win the Premier League, or do you think they're not ready? I definitely think they're ready. But the only thing I fear of Chelsea, well, it's two things. We don't have an out-and-out goal scorer in our team. So Werner needs to learn how to score, or we need to get a goal scorer in. And two, because of the age of our players, the mentality, it can be prone to inconsistency. But if we improve on consistency, which could be Tuchel, making sure we are a tight, robust team and difficult to beat, and making sure that Werner eventually knows how to score a goal, then yes, we're most definitely ready. We've shown that, in the Champions League. I think that's a level-headed thing for me to say as well. Right, a double substitution for Blackpool, Anderson and Hamilton going off, Ward and DJ Hamilton going on the pitch. God, yeah, CJ Hamilton, that's a throwback. Oh, I'm sorry for me stretching, guys. Because I've literally have no idea now of sleep, and I'm repeating myself again. Because Chelsea have winning the Champions League, I stayed up on night. Do a career mode. That's a good idea, actually. That could be something I could do for football ending. George Grant is off, and Anthony Scully has gone on for Lincoln. For me, he should have gone sooner. I thought Scully was actually one of Lincoln's better players in the 2 legs that I've seen him play in. So I was a bit surprised that he was dropped entirely. So he's only got 11 minutes now to effectively change the game. So I don't know. You could still argue it's time, but it's just you probably would have wanted him to have a little bit more time than this. Yeah, that can be an idea. Oh, hang on. Whoa. Oh, I tell you what. Lincoln almost having a breakthrough here. A brilliant ball, actually. And it was found by Callum Morton. But unfortunately, his touch wasn't quite there. If he got that touch, Lincoln could have equalised that one. No, I'm not doing that pressing career mode. That's gone down the toilet. How do you think Sweden would do in the Euros? I think Sweden are in a tough group. I can't remember who they're in. In fact, that's one thing I do need to do. I need to memorize the groups for the Euros. Yeah, I mean, you probably would have saw my rage as my first videos on my Shorts channel, and yeah, I just completely lost it. I still wasn't feeling too good about how my channel was doing, and this career mode was just soul destroying. So it was just like a double blow, and yeah, I wasn't happy. And there wasn't really things going well in my personal life either. I think mentally I just wasn't up for it, and I shouldn't have done it. But I could argue it was fun while it lasted. Spain's in their group, blimey. Sweden with Spain, Poland and Slovakia. I don't know. Sweden could get third and could potentially qualify for being the best ranked third place teams, but I don't know. Slovakia also are a team you can't underestimate either. You would assume Spain to go through and maybe Poland second, and then either one of Slovakia and Spain to go, or Slovakia or Sweden to go third. How do you think Wales would do, you think, round of 16? Wales have got a tough group, for what I know. Are they in Group A, Wales, actually? I can't remember. Then one of the early groups. Yeah, Group A, I'm right. Italy, Turkey, Switzerland, Wales. Now, this is the toughest group for me to predict, because you assume Italy are strong favourites, which, yes, good, no surprise there. But Turkey have looked really good in their qualifiers, and they've got great players. Switzerland, of course, they've got great players on their day. They're actually one of the highest ranked National League teams as well. And then Wales as well, who can pull off a result. If I've got to be honest, and I'm going to sound pessimistic, but I'm actually going to say Wales won't qualify. But one thing I will say, I really hope I'm proven wrong. Wales, of course, last Euros had an unbelievable run. They made it through the semi-finals, didn't they? They lost out to Portugal, didn't they? So, unbelievable. They made it through to the semi-finals, and they deserve all credit for it. I do hope for another good round. And what's also great for me as well, for the fact that we're seeing more representation in British teams as well. I mean, Ireland have let us down. We've not got Ireland in our tournament, but we've got Scotland, England, and Wales. So we've got the other 3/4 of the UK representing us, which I think is great. It's great to see Scotland in this position. You know, is it their first tournament in 16 years? I can't even remember. It's been such a long time. Here's Medine. Here's Anderson there. All right. Ball being whipped in there. Oh, I don't know why the goalkeeper didn't go for that. Probably should have. Good defending by Lincoln. Right, 83rd minute. You like Sweden, and I think they'll finish second. Okay, fair enough. You know what? It's good to hear our opinions. Right, the referee has blown for a free kick to Lincoln. Yeah. Hello there, lad. Luck for your stuff. What's your honest thoughts on fake taxi watch-alongs? I don't actually watch fake taxi watch-alongs. I don't, so I actually couldn't offer my opinion on it. Josh Harter says you think Barnsley will finish mid-table next season. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable position. You mentioned me on my stream. Did you really? Well, thank you so much for that. Did he respond to the comment? I don't know, but he definitely would know who I am now for the fact we've actually exchanged messages. Oh, hello. Oh, I tell you what, Lincoln have had chances. They really have had. Callum Morton, 2 pretty big chances. He's just had a header just now. It's just over the bar. Norway's the only Scandinavian team not only... Yeah, that's right. Sweden and Finland are in it, aren't they? How do you think Scotland would do? I think Scotland would get 3rd at the moment. I do think they could potentially qualify by being one of the best ranked 3rd place teams. Yeah, I think Norwich would nearly I think Norwich... not Norwich. Oh my gosh. I think Norway nearly did qualify. I can't remember who they lost qualification to, but I think they were close to qualifying. Early top 6 predictions: Sheffield United, Swansea, Middlesbrough, Reading, Cardiff, QPR. That is actually not a bad shout at the moment, based on what we've seen. Reading is one I'm not too sure with, based on the interest I'm hearing from the players. Omar Richards is pretty much confirmed going to leave for Bayern Munich as well. Oh, here come Lincoln, 85th minute. They've got 5 minutes to try and get a goal. Could this be the goal? Oh, awkward defending. Oh, I tell you what. Oh my gosh. Pinballing all around the box. And I think Blackpool have just cleared it. God, a very unorthodox punch by Chris Maxwell. But I think it was just enough. Blimey. Blackpool fans would have nearly had their hearts skip a beat in that moment. I tell you what. 5 minutes plus stoppage time for Blackpool to hold on here. Blimey. Honeygun thinks Wales will finish bottom. Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's what I think will happen. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Switzerland could potentially flop, but it depends which one of them are going to flop. It's really difficult to find out who it's going to be, though. But Mike Hawks... Funny. Nearly got baited there. Oh my god, that was so close. Oh, fair play. You know, I've got to give you credit. I was just looking back at that comment and I didn't actually say your name. I was going to say if you're a new viewer, welcome into the stream. But actually, no. It just baited me. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Oh, my God. I nearly... Well, I say I nearly fell for that. I half said it, but I literally stopped myself. Literally... You know what? I'm up for banter in this stream, and I love that sort of stuff. I love it. You know, I've been baited so many times before, and it's been a while since I've nearly got baited again. Okay, here come Lincoln again. Here's Rodgers. Oh, Rodgers, really close. Oh, well, it's not quite close, but Rodgers with a load of space. I thought that could have been it. Lincoln playing with a lot of energy right now, and they have to. They're chasing the game. Oh, Maxwell could have only hoped and prayed good one. Yeah, it's not a brilliant shot. Not a bad effort, but it's not the best shot in the world. Germany to finish bottom, says Tom James. Interesting you say that because, of course, Hansi Flick... Oh, not Hansi Flick. Joachim Low is going to have his final ever tournament as Germany manager, isn't he? And you would hope that, you know, they end on a high. But, of course, I think... Did they lose to North Macedonia in their last friendly game? So, they're definitely not as strong as you say. But, I tell you what, Werner's not as low in confidence in that Germany squad, it could cost them. It really could. Low may need to find another striker on offer. Thank you for the support, guys. For like 17 likes, which is pretty good. Thank you, guys. We're still 4 away to 550. Really close. We are really, 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 really close to 550. We have got 2 minutes plus stoppage time for Blackpool to hold on, for Lincoln to equalise, and for you guys to try and push me to 550 subscribers. Will all of these things be possible? I mean, it's impossible. You know, up to 2 of those things could be possible, but will we have 2 of those things being possible? We'll find out, I guess. Do you think Finland would do well? Finland have got an exciting squad, but I think they've got a pretty tough group, if I've got to be honest. So, in my opinion, I don't think they'll qualify. But I'm all for teams, you know, shocking the odds. I do have to say, I think Turkey and North Macedonia are the 2 teams you've got to watch for underdogs. I really do believe that. Although my mind could completely change when I look at the internationals, the friendlies, and when I do my predictions next week. Finland are in a tough group, they'll finish bottom. Yeah, that's what I think. That is what I realistically think will happen. It's difficult because some of these teams, you know, they excite you and they disappoint you. Some of these teams you don't expect a lot and they surprise you. It's very difficult to make a call. It really, really is. Okay, so we've got the 89th minute here. Right, for the final time, let's go to capture and see what has been going through in this game. Lincoln have edged Blackpool in possession here. But look at this, 11 shots, 7 shots on target, 0 for Lincoln. 6 shots off target. And that's been what's been their problem. They've been not very clinical whatsoever. Not even a blocked shot from them. So it's been Lincoln being poor in creating chances, but also getting meaningful chances. And Blackpool have just sniffed every single opportunity that they've had. They have 4 minutes to hold on. Okay, they've got 4 minutes. That is actually not as much as I thought they were going to give, but fair play. I think that actually might have been fair. Lincoln losing a bit of hope here. Are they going to fall just below the final hurdle to get into Championship football? I tell you what, they'll be feeling very proud of themselves to get to this position anyway. I've only just noticed Cohen Bramall's on the bench for Lincoln. He was in Colchester last year. He's the Arsenal graduate. I didn't know he was at Lincoln. Well, I probably should have known for the fact he was at Colchester recently, but no, I only just noticed he's on the bench. Well, yeah, well, who would you rather play, Lincoln or Colchester, who nearly gets relegated from League 2? I can see him taking a very easy option here. 3 big chances missed from Blackpool. Yeah, that's right. Blackpool have missed real big opportunities to end this game. They really, really have. And of course, Lincoln had that one in the beginning, and then they hit the woodwork from George Grant, who's been subbed off now. And yeah, Maxwell's not made a save to make, and Palmer's been the much busier goalkeeper overall. Well, this has been really tight. It's been a really, really close game. Right, Palmer's going up onto the pitch. It looks like, I think it's a throw. No, it's a corner, I think. It's a corner for Lincoln. It's well defended. Now Lincoln keep it. Oh, Blackpool clear. Can they get the ball first? No. It looks like Lincoln are going to let it. No, they're not going to let it go out. I'm just seeing if I can read some comments. It's a free kick. And Dougal, for time wasting, is going to get a yellow card for that. Ireland aren't even in the Euros. They lost to Serbia. Yep. I thought it was Slovakia. No, wait, actually, no. Slovakia probably was the team that Scotland beat. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Denmark to make it to the quarters. I don't know about Denmark. Denmark will get out their group. You know, they've not got an issue with that. But they've got a problem at scoring goals for me. So, I don't know. If they could score more goals, then yeah, they've definitely got a lot of potential. Oh, goalkeeper's still up, you know. And he's got to be ready, you know. Right. Blackpool have cleared. But I think it's Rogers who's making sure he's staying back, making sure that no one has an open goal. Oh my gosh, again. Lincoln with so much space, but they just cannot hit the target. honestly, I think I could score more in a nightclub than this Lincoln side right now. I mean, to be fair, they probably actually scored more for me because they did get one goal on the board. But that was not by them, which is typical as well, because that in that moment, it'll be you getting wing demand by someone. That is probably the perfect analogy I can make. Appleton looking very frustrated. His Lincoln team's just not turned up today. Yes, I remember when they were in the Premier League. I was actually watching the Premier League from game 1 to game 38 when they were in the Premier League. Gary Taylor-Fletcher and Charlie Adam being incredible talents at the time. I remember when they won their first game against Wigan, 4-0 away from home. It was an incredible result for Blackpool. Sorry, I think it was the biggest win from a newly promoted side ever, and Huddersfield came close to matching that record, but unfortunately they only scored the 3 goals against Crystal Palace in their opening day of the season. Yeah, that's the quote you take from it. But yeah, they're just showing Kenneth Dougal again, and brilliant. Both of his goals have been absolutely brilliant. It was Slovakia that Ireland lost to, actually. Yeah. That's what I thought. Because I remember, I don't know, it was probably in the HITC Sport video that I remembered Michael grilling Hamschick or whatever, saying that Ireland should lose to it. That's probably how I remembered it. My quiz knowledge coming through again. Montsoma, it looks like he's got a pretty bad injury. So 94 minutes has passed, but I think they'll definitely play a good minute and a half left, I think. Yeah, for me, Ireland do need a new manager. They're going nowhere right now with Stephen Kenny right now. They really need someone new to just a fresh, exciting new manager to go in and just to give. No, I'm talking about both Ireland clubs right now, because of course Northern Ireland, they were set with Michael O'Neill. He left for Stoke, and obviously, you know, they've been falling in quality ever since. And Republic of Ireland have just fallen apart, and the full-time whistle has just been blown. No, in fact, no, it hasn't been blown. No, it's a free kick. No, it was offside. I thought the full-time whistle was blown. Right, this is going to be the final chance. Montsoma with the header. Well defended by Blackpool here. Montsoma wins it back. It's not well defended this time. Oh, this is tight. Scully now with the ball, but he gets tackled. Brilliant defending by Blackpool here. It's not well cleared though. Brilliant tackle, and Blackpool are now countering. This could be it. Brilliant tackle, actually. Really, really good tackle. And the full-time whistle has gone. 6 years. Blackpool have been outside the Championship. They have returned to the second tier of English football. They've been through a tumultuous journey. They've been through a change of ownership, back-to-back relegations. But now, after a 6-year absence, they are back in the Championship. Absolutely unbelievable. They were 1-0 down in 47 seconds. They were 1-0 down from a very unfortunate own goal. But Blackpool, in true Blackpool fashion, turn it around completely. 2 goals by Kenneth Dougal. Brilliant player. Well, a brilliant player. He has been absolutely brilliant. Mitchell deserves a shout as well. Jerry Yates has played his role as well. Lincoln have had their moments. Brennan Johnson, more specifically, doing fantastically well. But it is Blackpool who return to the Championship after a 6-year absence. Neil Critchley, his first managerial job, and within nearly 2 years of managing Blackpool, he's already got them back to their highest league position in 6 years. Blackpool 2, Lincoln City 1. Unbelievable. So, we have got our 24 teams in the Championship now in the 2021-22 season. In fact, what I might do quickly, I might just quickly show it on Wikipedia right now, because 2021-22 season, because I have a Wikipedia page all ready for it. Right, so right now, if I need to get capture working. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, guys, These are the teams we're going to see next season, 2021-2022. Barnsley, Birmingham, Blackburn, Bournemouth, Bristol City, Cardiff, Coventry, Derby, Fulham, Huddersfield, Hull, Luton, Middlesbrough, Millwall, Nottingham Forest, Peterborough, Preston, QPR, Reading, Sheffield United, Stoke, Swansea, West Brom, and that to be decided is now changed and replaced by Blackpool. We have got our 24 teams in the Championship in the 2021-22 season. I am so excited to start thinking about this new season. If you guys liked what you see, please make sure do give this stream a like. It does tremendously help the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We're still 4 subscribers away from 550. If we can really try and go for it for 550 by this week, that'd be fantastically appreciated. The Blackpool fans and the players are an absolute jubilation, and fair play to them. They've been through a real hellish journey to get to where they are. They've done it the hard way, but they've got through to the Championship, and that's all that matters. So, to reiterate, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, please like. If you haven't done all of that, please do so. Please share this channel as well to as many people as you can. That really, really would make my day. Thank you guys so much. In fact, I think Matt SB and I think Benjamin Bloom are still live somehow. I'm a bit surprised by that. I would thought they would actually end the stream by now. I remembered I actually overdid the stream a little bit, which I'm a little bit surprised about. I think Matt SB is about to end this, and I think Benjamin Bloom's just ended his one. So I'm about to end mine now. So there you go, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We've got a couple of new subscribers into the channel as well, which I truly appreciate. Thank you for supporting me today. Thank you for supporting this channel. And it was a fun game. So, Blackpool 2, Lincoln 1. Blackpool are the last team to get into the Championship for 2021-2022. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary for Sony MP stream. And as always, take care everyone and stay tuned for more content coming on my channel. Lex Alexas